Thought it was going to be a regular Monday church. Fuck that shit. We're throwing heat like the Corinthians. Are you fucking kidding me? Or what? Labor Day week. We ain't fucking around here. Tom Segura's in-house. Stop wiggling, Lee. What's the problem?
What's the problem is you gave me a brownie and I have about 5 minutes to get everything.
You gave me a brownie and I got... You're fucking... this is a way of fucking life.
This brownie made me puke on Friday.
The other night I gave him the whole fucking thing. Listen, he couldn't sleep. I can't sleep. Okay. Let's go get you a little fucking edible. So we went over and we got the the brownie collection, right? Let me tell you something. This shit is what they give you. Like, let's say you get shot 8 times and you won't die. They'll just give you this at the hospital. It's over for you after that. You'll just bleed the fuck out.
You're saying this now, but everything you give me is 7 milligrams.
Oh yeah, it was
come on, dog.
This is 6
milligrams. This is baby stuff.
It was 33 and a third, like George Harrison.
Dad made him puke.
Oh my God, the whole thing. He ate the whole thing like a fucking animal. I ate the whole thing. I kept calling him, we're going out, Lee. We're going to fucking see the town. At first, he's like, okay, call me back. I'll be here. I called him back like 10 minutes later. Lee, what's up? You ready to go, cocksuckers? I'm feeling fucked up, right? So I know he's going down. I called him back like in 10 minutes. He's eating sushi. He's like, yeah. He goes, you know what? I'm getting a little fucked up. All right, fuck it. I give him another 30 minutes. I call him back.
He called me like 8 times in one night.
And all of a sudden he's like, hello, I'm fucked up. How much was in this thing? I can't fucking believe how fucked up I am. I'm like, fuck it. Get dressed. We're going out, cocksucker. And I hang up on him. Right? And I'm like, oh, I know. And I call him back, and he's like, the phone rang like 8 times. Yeah. And he picked it up, and I'm like, where are you? He's like, I just puked. I'm so fucking high. I go, don't blame it on the weed. It's that wholesale fucking sushi you got from that Arab on the corner. He goes to this Arabian place.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You told me. They got edamame with fucking hummus on it or some shit.
Wholesale?
Oh, he does. He goes to a wholesale fucking 8 rolls for $3.
No, 2.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking die. That's like suicide.
It wasn't gas station sushi. It was good sushi. But okay, so I was watching a movie on my living room couch, and I made it to the bedroom, and I was laying with my head by the foot, and I just flipped. And you ever know, like, when you're gonna puke? Like, as soon as I flipped over, I was like, that's not gonna happen. But I was able to get off my bed so I didn't puke on the bed, but like right next to on the floor. And you can see all the little sushi bits. It was terrible.
Oh my God. You nasty motherfucker.
I've never had to clean up puke high. It was not fun.
I kept calling him back. Get up, cocksucker. We're going down. We got more edibles. I can't. I already puked the fucking sushi. Lee's as tough as fucking nails. Lee's my dog. I told him we got animal tranquilizers tonight. This is the pre-surgery show, cocksuckers. I go in tomorrow. Lee picks me up at what time?
4:45.
4:45.
4:45 in the morning?
I get admitted at 5:15. They're cutting me open at 7. My wife's picking me up at 10.
Beautiful.
That's it. That's
and you're home.
And I'm home.
And then you're taking pills.
And then I'm taking pills. She went food shopping today. She turned everything around so the baby don't jump on my fucking leg. And that's it. I go in tomorrow. They hit me with an IV. I talk to them. They don't have to shave nothing.
Are they? Are you getting knees scoped? Are you getting scoped?
Meniscus, arthritis. They're fixing this little tear on the side. I don't know what it's called. And I go home. I'm home for 4 fucking weeks. I go to Bray on the 18th.
Nice.
And I go to New York on the 25th.
New York?
Or something like that, yeah.
What are you doing in New York?
Gotham.
Nice.
Tremendous. The 11:45 show, like a soldier.
Just one?
One show a night.
One show and how many nights?
Friday or Saturday.
That's it?
That's it. 11:45.
That's like the fucking way to do it.
That's the way to do it. I ain't got time to be dilly-dally. What else, Tom Segura, you bad motherfucker?
That's
Look at you.
Best, man.
Look at you. Where were you last week?
Philly.
How hot was it?
Fucking, the basement, the club was fucking literally hot. It's like a fucking sauna.
The club is great.
It's an amazing club.
It's an amazing club. The food is great. The people that come from Philly.
The shows are awesome.
The shows are always awesome. The guy is a great guy, but he's Jewish. He won't fix the air conditioner. You know how Jews feel about fixing the air conditioner. That's a big investment in case we got to burn the joint down. You ever see a Jew after he burns the joint with a new air conditioner, he goes fucking ape shit. He'd rather be tied up and somebody take his ATM card and rip up his 20s. You understand me? I was thinking of tying him up and Ari and taking their ATM card. And every time a 20 comes out, just rip it one at a time just to see him. No, stop.
How much does it upset you to fix air conditioning, Lee?
If I had to pay for it, it would piss me off. But if I owned a club, I think I'd pay for it. But
listen, a Jewish person, let's say a Jewish person has to buy a new air conditioning for a building, a Jewish landlord. he will milk that fucking those days. He will milk it. If he could get 8 months out of tomorrow. They should be here. They're sending it from Japan. I don't know what happened. Let me call Hector. Have you heard from him? They didn't come in. The train got robbed. If he could fucking... By the way, we're speaking about Jewish here. I got this fucking Facebook today about Lee, about the flag. Listen, let me explain something to you people. It's a fucking Israeli flag. If you people get upset about an Israeli flag, Lee is a harmless fucking Jew. He doesn't even have any malice in his heart, Lee. Lee would give
people are upset about it?
Yeah, they're like, take the foot. Well, some fucking jerk off who has nothing to do with his life. Anybody knows our intentions are good. There's an American flag there also. Nobody complains about that. There's a picture of Charles Bronson there, and there's a fucking picture of Clint Eastwood. You know what this spells in here? Balls. So don't be upset. It's just a fucking flag. If you're going to be mad at me, get the fuck out of here.
Not even a shot either.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with people? People want to bitch at something every day. It's a free fucking service.
Yeah.
Nobody bothers you. Nobody makes you do nothing. You don't have to sign nothing. You have to do fucking dick. And I can't believe how much people fucking complain.
I got a complaint this weekend in an email. The guy said that he saw my special and he was enjoying it until the part where I talk about disabled people. And he was like, because he has MS, and he was like, and then you made me feel badly about it. And I was like, yeah, but you're choosing to feel badly. Like, because other people with disabilities have come up to me and, like, said how they had a good time, and they laughed at it because it's a joke. You have to think about intent. What's the intent? And he was like, no, I'm not choosing to feel that way. And I was like, yes, you are. You're choosing to be upset, and you want to... You know, you want to go off on somebody about it, but that's your choice. You're choosing to do that.
He'll probably go to the barber shop and talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, those are the kind of people that they get enthralled in it. And you're like, I don't understand this. All you have to do is switch the channel.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. The fucking thing is a fin to get in. It's a $5. You waste $5 on that shit, you eat at fucking McDonald's. Just switch the fucking channel. What do you give a fuck? You know what I'm saying? People always got to get pissed. And these Americans, all of a sudden, it's a... I got to tell you, last night I was sitting there. I answered the emails. I had the baby in the living room. After dinner, we don't put cartoons on.
You do not?
No, because we wanted to...
wind down?
Fucking play, you know, write and play with her toys. So I got a chance to scroll through the TV, and I got the chance to watch like 7 minutes of the VMAs.
Oh, boy.
What has happened to society? What has happened to music? Music is at an all-time low. And they all sit together like Rihanna and the fucking Kardashians, and all these people sit together like they all love each other. And deep down inside, they hate each other.
Yeah.
Then Beyonce, you know, everybody in the world is saying they're getting fucking divorced, this and that. And all of a sudden they're on there, and she comes out with the baby. And I told my wife, I go, I don't believe, we live in such a fantasy fucking land. I want to know the cameras that they're putting in as they go away from the camera. You know that hallway you have to go into? That's where I want the cameras, to see her turn around and go, fuck you, you black motherfucker. Give my baby back. You fuck my sister, you nasty nigga motherfucker. That's what I wanted to see. Not that smile and the fake fucking tear. You know, it's such a fucking fake situation. Miley Cyrus, I love that dirty bitch.
Right.
I love it till last night. The thing with the homeless little kid.
What'd she do with the homeless
She
kid?
sent some homeless little half a fag up there to say that, you know, Hollywood makes $8 billion and there's 1,030 fucking kids on the street. You know what? I was in the fucking street because it was my choice, and so are you. You want to run away from your fucking house because your dad won't let you go to the fucking prom or whatever the fuck. Did you see him? You see a little kid?
I heard about it.
He was a half a fucking like homo. I don't even know. And she's in the back crying, you know, jumping up and fucking down, and people comparing it to Marlon Brando. No, Marlon Brando did something from his heart. Not because he was going to be on TMZ.
Yeah.
It was 1970-something. It wasn't because he did it to impress people. It was because Marlon Brando was really fucking crazy. He was really fucking crazy.
Did you hear why people are going crazy tonight?
About what?
Sarah Silverman brought like THC drops on the Emmy red carpet, and everyone's saying it's so amazing. I thought of you. Like, she brought like the dropper of THC drops,
and was giving them to people.
No, she took it out at an interview. Apparently, I didn't see it because I was here, but. I just thought of Joey like what?
Oh my God! Look at her. She's so cool with the reefer. Oh my God! On ABC with a vapor pen or something. That's what it was. It was a vapor pen.
Well, I didn't see it.
It's amazing.
Miley Cyrus is terrible, man. They did that profile on her where it was like a documentary, and they were like, you're making such bold decisions. Like, you're so bold. And then they go, what'd she do? She was like, yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, you just can't care about what somebody thinks. And it's like, okay. And that's her mantra. And then the music has nothing to do with that. It's just like, it's just totally overproduced bullshit. Like, there's no, like, actual musical talent involved in what we're watching. We're just watching somebody.
Music is to the point where there's nobody really doing live music. They're all putting tracks on. And it's society, these young kids that pay for that shit.
Yeah.
And they go and they feed that shit. $300 for that fucking blonde in Vegas, whatever her name is, Britney Spears.
That's $300.
Go to Vegas, go online, see what the tickets are for Britney Spears in Las Vegas. They ain't no $22.50, I'll tell you that fucking much. All right, she's got a residency there. Her tickets are $3. 3 fucking bills, and you know she's going to lip sync, and you still continue to pay it. So whose fault is that? David Grohl has like a big beef with music today. I read little excerpts. He's mad at the music that they have on that show where people judge you. Whatever that, not The View, but the other fucking one. I don't know, the one about singing.
The Voice.
The Voice. I know he had a big. Then I read an article about 3 months ago, and then Josh Wolf was saying he had a conversation with Dave Grohl. And Dave Grohl was saying the same thing. And you want me to tell you what's really missing from music? Drugs.
You think so?
Heroin, yeah, it's got to make a comeback for these fucking people to be real. They showed some band last night. These guys have never even fucking drank club soda. And that's why they're so uptight. Listen, when Guns N' Roses...
And they're stale and boring.
Yeah, boring. You've heard this shit before. Music is fucking horrible. It is fucking horrible. I try to listen to like the fucking, and the rap is fucking horrible, and that urban shit is fucking horrible. And I grew up on everything. I grew up on country. I grew up on soul music. I grew up on black music. I grew up on fucking Spanish music. And I tell you, it's that Spanish rap. Oh fuck! No wonder those Mexicans are shooting each other. That is horrific. That is what is that called?
Pitbull?
No. Oh. What is he fucking saying? Where's his fucking stairway to heaven? It's fucking terrible, that shit. And I'm Spanish. I go to Miami, bro, and I want to shoot myself.
Why?
The new breed, the reggaeton and all that shit. Come on, we were doing quaaludes at a fucking club, fucking standing there holding the wall. What reggae fucking tongue? Oh, please.
They do need heroin again.
No, Guns N' Roses.
They need it. They need it.
They need it in music again.
Those guys would do. Imagine this when they were on world tours at one point for like 3 years in a row. Like they didn't fucking stop touring the world for a few years. Guns N' Roses. You remember that Appetite for Destruction and the next album. They would just tour the world. Illusion. Yes, they would tour the world and then tour the world again. And they were drinking like a handle of fucking Jack every night. Each guy. God. Each guy was fucking just absolutely...
Brought the Grammy Awards on ABC. You should have seen them.
They
were fucked up.
They were always fucked up.
On heroin?
Everything.
On national... Put it up on YouTube. The Guns N' Roses accepting an award in the fucking 80s and 90s. You'd sit there and go, oh my God. But it's at least they were real.
Yeah.
At least they were fucking real. This last night, the scene I seen with Beyonce and Jay-Z, and I've always loved Beyonce. Everybody knows I love Beyonce. I love Jay-Z too. But, somebody's got to fuck somebody after a while. There's too much money involved there. Yeah. There's too much money. There's too many fucking hoes. And in the black world, they're fucking slippery, those dirty hoes. Pay my bills, all that shit. You wrote that shit, bitch. You wrote that shit, bitch. What do you think? There's got to be a hot 21-year-old black chick right now that wants that Jay-Z dick. A little apartment in Harlem. What? Many? Close to a Popeyes. What?
Thousands of them like
What's
that.
up?
Nothing.
Did you find it?
Was it 92 maybe?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you want to play it?
Yeah, look what they fucking look like. Look up. No, that's music. Well, accepting a fucking...
Yeah, they're walking up to accept the award.
Oh,
with the music playing. All right, play it.
That's a college story.
We'd like to thank Andy Moorhan, Warren Hewlett, Josh Richmond, Louis Marciano, Eddie Rosenblatt,
Fucked up.
Geffen Records,
Sitting
and I'm
there,
sure
laying
there's a
there.
whole lot of other people I can't remember right
How
now.
many guys have sunglasses
Oh yeah,
on?
this has nothing to do
At
with
least
Michael
two.
Jackson.
At
Thank
least
you.
2.
Yeah, there's one guy in the background.
Yeah, I think it was like 91 because the album came out in 88, 87. Well, I got sentenced 88. And fucking...
You got sentenced in 88?
yeah, and that's how I remember that whole... When I got sentenced, the hot video was Sweet Child of Mine.
Oh, that was a fucking hot
Okay,
video.
that was the hot video already. Welcome to the Jungle was already out. It was Sweet Child of Mine. And once I got locked up, every fucking white guy in jail
had that
had
album.
fucking Guns N' Roses fucking
That was the shit, man. That album's fucking amazing.
Appetite for Destruction.
Yeah.
I used to walk around to that. I had the cassette too with a fucking Walkman and shit.
Paradise City.
Paradise City.
Well, do you think like Beyonce knows? Like they must know they're cheating because
Of course.
I mean,
somebody fucked the sisters?
Look,
yeah.
she knows that he's a guy who's a fucking rapper who's worth $500 million, and he gets pussy thrown at him literally from while he's asleep until the next day when he goes to sleep again, and that he can't, and he's fucking, touring all over the world too. I think she knows that she can probably resist more than he can, for sure.
Because I mean, I've been to like the comedy shows and girls like that girl at the fucking steakhouse came up to you and like it's easy like when it's not that often, like you guys are only on the road for like a little weekend. But like I can't imagine like NBA players and like baseball players.
It's amazing. Girls run. They know what hotels they stay at.
They wait
Girls
there.
in those towns know what hotels they're staying at, what teams, what bars they go to, and that's what they fucking do. Fuck.
That's the most pussy crushing that goes on.
Like baseball players.
I say
Basketball.
Basketball for sure.
I think so.
Yeah. I think baseball would probably be next.
Because it's so long of a
A
season.
long ass season. You travel and you go to those same towns for like multiple, so you get your fucking regular squeezes in. You know what I mean? They're playing that division game a few times. And baseball, they're like, they're not even fucking tired after the game. They're like, I fucking stood on third for a half of the afternoon. They go back. Now they want to work out. Basketball, though, those guys are all about fucking crushing it, dude. And those chicks are trying. Half of them are trying to get pregnant. Like,
Oh, that's scary.
That's the whole fucking game.
Like they'll pick up condoms out of the
Or
trash.
at least to get dirt on them to get some kind of money. So, and you get these and they're like, they wait. They'll fucking bring room service to you. These girls are like, they're sneaky, man. In the NBA world, they'll bring you the room service you ordered.
Jesus. Do you ever get it? Because I mean, everyone knows that you guys are married, and I don't know if you talk about it in your act or not, but I mean, they put pictures of like Jay-Z next to Beyonce. Everyone knows he's married to Beyonce, but they just don't care.
It's a different thing, man. They're superstars. They're not. It's not like they're, I think he's a rapper. Like they know that rappers are not like, like trying to be upstanding and he's a fucking rapper, man. He talks about beating it up and tossing it out, and it's like, I'll give you that sweet, that nasty, that gushy stuff. That's a fucking rap lyric of his. It's just about beating it up. I think it's different, man. When you're a musician and you're he's world famous. You can take him anywhere in the world. It's different. People are super attracted to fame. If he wasn't famous, it'd be way different, man.
And there's a lot of freaks out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of women that want to fuck. There's a lot of women that want to fuck a celebrity, a Jay-Z type.
That's a huge get.
He's, he's a gazillionaire. I mean, they're going through whatever. There's a lot of people out there with that pussy that want to ruin their life.
It's
That's
different.
The other chance you take.
Yeah.
So it's got to be somebody on his staff. They got to do it the right way. I mean, where's Jay-Z going to go in New York that somebody's not going to know Jay-Z is?
Yeah. Nowhere.
Okay, so Jay-Z goes.
He probably has guys that their job is to like line up his pussy for him. You know what I mean? Like
That's a pretty good job.
And go to your mother's house. Like, look, when I go to Boston,
yeah,
I'm going to give your mom a plane ticket out of town. You're going to get the house fixed up.
yeah.
I'm gonna have a chick sent over there and fuck her at your house. I'm gonna go over there with you. You're gonna go out the back door. I'll give you $5,000. What do I give a fuck? I'm worth $10 billion fucking dollars. What do I give a fuck? And that's the only way. But all that trickery has to get tired.
Yeah, that's exactly.
It has to get tired. I couldn't do it. I couldn't just meet somebody and hide and take a car all that for, I come in a minute. You know, all that for eating your ass, you know, and then having to go home and miss you, and then you start getting a boyfriend. Now it fucks with my situation at my house because now you want that. That always evolves.
Yeah.
You know, it does. Only a 21-year-old would fall for that. A young man would fall for that.
You know what it's about, man? It's about energy. I wouldn't have the energy. To keep up with that shit. And that's what I'm always amazed by when guys who do that, who have like the fucking 6 girls, I'm like, just when they tell me about it, I'm like, that sounds fucking exhausting.
Yeah.
You have fucking 5 girlfriends and then, you know, 2 others that don't know about I'm like, that whole world is like your whole, like they put so much energy into that. I don't know how they get anything else done. You know what I mean? Like that's their whole life.
Yeah.
I always felt, I didn't have a lot of friends like that, but I had like 3 or 4 of them, and I always kind of felt bad for them because I always knew that 1, they were going to get nailed, and this comes to an end.
Yeah.
And 2, you're going to pay for your sins, now you're going to get down the other side.
Yeah.
You know, I was in a jacuzzi. It had to be somewhere the 4 Seasons. I was a Joe or something like that. And I went to a jacuzzi, and there was a guy, and then I think I told you after our 4th conversation, he told me that his wife was cheating on him for 20 years.
Fuck, man.
20 years. And here's the funny thing. She worked for a doctor. He's a doctor. They all went on vacations together. While they were on vacations, they would cheat.
Wow.
The guy was telling me all this, and it's like they were married for... And he goes, I don't know what to do. I'm old now. I don't know whether I should keep her or... And I always thought about that conversation. Now, what the fuck? I mean, what the 20-something years you're cheating on your
That'd
husband.
be devastating to fucking hear, man.
That'd be devastating.
Yeah.
You just ruined a fucking life. That guy's gonna die with that on his fucking mind. That his wife cheated on him for 20-something years. That guy's she's definitely gonna die in a house blaze or something. I mean,
and it's getting more accepted. Like, you've heard of Tinder, right? Have you heard of it, Joey? Like the dating app where you just swipe if you think they're hot. Like they have things now, and it's like people put on Twitter like, "Oh, I have a side chick," and I keep my phone out all the time. Like when I'm at home, I just have it out next to me. And if Paula sees it, she's gonna look at it. Like like if I had to like constantly be worried about someone texting me,
that would consume you.
Yeah,
of course.
And it's, I mean, I can understand where like if someone's out on the road a lot, they have needs, but it's just like, why even get married then? Like all these people getting split, like why even get married?
Listen, man, we're sinners, right? That's the thing. We're all weak. There comes a point where they're weak. You know, today I got in the car and I got home and my wife was working because I told my wife, I don't want to stay in tonight because I'm going to be in the next 3 fucking nights. You know, next 2 nights. I'm not good at staying in the whole fucking day. I'm good at staying in the morning. I'm writing jokes. Or I'm making phone calls. But after a while, I got to get the fuck out of the house. And I said, you know, let's go eat something. I remember as we're walking to the car. You know, Mercy weighs 20-something fucking pounds. I'm carrying her. My wrist is hurting. My knee hurts. I'm putting her in her car seat. And I'm thinking to myself, what would I do to blow this?
Right.
A line of coke? Eating some 20-year-old girl's pussy for 5 fucking minutes and coming on her neck. And then she's going to twit me for 18 fucking days straight. You know, what's going to change this? What could change that? For some guys, that's not enough. That's not enough, you know. I knew early on, I got cheated on when I was young. I knew that wasn't for me. That feeling I got from being cheated on, I knew I never wanted to give that to somebody. So I knew it wasn't for me. Then there was another flip to that coin. If I have a friend, listen, you want to cheat on your girlfriend, she deserves to be cheated on. I don't fucking know. But once we're talking about wives, if I have a friend that cheats on his wife, I really can't hang out with that dude, even when I was a criminal. Because I knew if he rolled on his wife, he'd definitely roll on me. If he had no dedication to whoever sucked his dick, because my dedication to whoever sucks my dick. You understand me? I don't know about you. I'm an ugly dude. I don't get my dick sucked a lot. But my point being that was how I thought. That was how I thought from a street perspective. That this guy's cheating on his best friend.
Yeah.
This guy's definitely going to roll on me. I'm keeping this fucking light. Hi, how are you? No business, because I know it. So that was the mentality I came from. I'm not going to tell you I don't like my dick getting sucked. You know, you do a show, you bump into a curtain, some chick is sucking dick through a curtain, your dick accidentally goes in her mouth like the peanut butter commercial, you're choking with my peanut butter.
What just
happened? Shit happens, you know. Shit happens. Sometimes a woman wants to smoke a pole. She's walking around on her knees. I'm a short guy. My zipper's open. You know, I don't fucking know. But nobody's going to sit here and say that we haven't had thoughts or whatever.
Right.
You know, every man is weak. It's the thing I don't want is making the call and hooking up with somebody.
Oh, man.
And having to go home and tell a lie. And then you have that on your back. You know, for months I was on that testosterone, and I heard all these people telling me how there's hot Asian chicks giving massages and sucking your dick for $150. I'll borrow $150. I don't give a fuck. And I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it as much as I would go by that place they said it by D'Agostino, by the haha. They got a place there with Asian chicks, those stick their tongue up your ass with saran wrap, and they're disgusting, I heard. I heard they're fucking disgusting. You heard the conversation, Red Band. And
Red Band said he put like a baggie around his dick.
Yeah, and another guy was telling me at the haha that he goes there in the afternoon, and for $1.25, the chick let him fucking eat her pussy. And I'm like, why would you want to eat this chick's snatch? And he was telling me it was Asian, it was different from him. But whoa. Then get yourself a clean Asian. You're eating fucking massage parlor pussy on Lancashire. You know what's going to fucking happen to your teeth? A dentist won't even be able to solve that fungi on the fucking teeth. That fucking Lancashire dick fungi on your fucking teeth. That you can't wash that off with toothbrush and Colgate. Colgate ain't gonna fucking bail you. Neither is Listerine. That shit's there for good.
Now you're right though, man. You can't roll with that dude. Like you can, I know guys, but you can't like hang with that guy. You know, if he's like the guy who's always like lying to his wife.
And on top of that, I know the building's about to fall on top of him.
Yeah,
We were talking about Suge Knight before. As soon as I see Suge Knight walk into a restaurant, I get for the check. In fact, I might even dine and dash. Because I know the building's about to fucking come down.
Exactly.
The building's about to come down. I asked
true.
that motherfucker where he was on 9/11. I guarantee that motherfucker was standing out there with an umbrella. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of luck that fucker's got. Suge Knight's a fucking, he's just got the kiss of death on him. Those guys were involved in something. When you're involved in something and all that level, it's like when I got in trouble with Kent Vella. At the time I kidnapped Kent, I wouldn't have thought I was going to get in trouble. But now in hindsight, there was too many moving pieces.
Do you ever think about that if you did that crime today, like the exact same crime in 2014, wouldn't it be way more severe, your punishment? Yes? Like if you did the exact same thing right now, I thought it would be more severe.
I think jail might not have been as easy.
The severity, well, at this age, no. At this age, no. You're going to go into a fucking jungle, into a medium. Remember, anything over like 4 years, they're going to put you into medium level. Medium level, you got some heavy duties in there.
Yeah.
You got some heavy duties that are on their way back. People who were up on the high tiers who are going down in time. They had 12 years. They got 6 left. They had no problems. They're still the same human being.
But do you think the sentence would be the same if you did that today?
Would the sentence be the same?
Yeah, today. That's what I was thinking.
No, it was a different time.
Yeah.
There was different mitigating circumstances. There was a lot of what ifs. He did this. I left it open. They couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
They couldn't figure me out. That's if I wouldn't have had the things I had going for me, a job, no prior convictions.
So no priors when this happened?
No, I had arrests.
Okay.
Big difference. I'm a man without convictions. At the time, I had been convicted of 1 misdemeanor, which was a 6 months deferred sentence, which meant if I didn't get arrested in those 6 months, boom, it fell off my record.
But it wasn't a violent crime, right?
No, it was a pot crime in New York in January, February. I got convicted in March of '83. So and it was New York, which means 6 months probation is really, after 90 days, he told me don't ever call him again.
You're so busy.
I went to see him, and when I went to see him, I go, listen, we don't even have to shake hands. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm moving to Colorado with your permission on the 25th, and he goes, you're absolutely right. He goes, this is what we're going to do, just call me every month on the 10th. He goes, why are you wasting my time and your time? You're leaving anyway, correct? Yeah. He didn't even ask me for a transfer.
So he could have stopped it, though? Could he have stopped it if he wanted to?
He could have said, you have to wait till the 6 months. I want you to take a drug program. At that time, drug programs weren't intact yet. See, now they have drug programs. So now if Lee leaves here tonight and he gets caught with a gram of blow, okay, his attorney's going to go, first thing tomorrow morning, they're going to grab Lee, a good Jew attorney, is going to grab Lee after bail and throw him in a rehab.
First thing.
He's not even going to make fucking his first whatever. Fuck it. He was having that type. That's what a smart attorney would do. That's what a smart attorney would do. Grab Lee, first offense.
Yeah.
No DUI. Throw him into a fucking. They might give him driving under the influence. Throw him into a rehab for 30 days. Come out, then go in front of the judge and work the process that way. There's got to be a program where first-time offenders, if they have no police record, they think that they're never going to have a rate of recidivism. They'll give you like 4-year probation, which is a death sentence also.
Yeah.
Because that means if you do anything in 4 years, like Chris Brown, you're in there again. That's the problem when you get sentenced.
Don't do
to
it, Lee.
probation.
Don't get that fucking gram.
So a lot of people go, fuck it, I'll take the year in jail because I don't want to do 4 years of probation.
Really?
A lot of
Sure.
people.
Fuck.
They don't want to live under a magnifying glass. Life is tough enough out there. I got to walk around with a probation officer pissing a bottle. You got a guy. When I got out of prison, I got put on community corrections. That sucked dick. And after I fucked up, Lee, they would come to my house at 11 o'clock at night. Mr. Diaz, we know you're there. Both your cars, come on down, please. Come down, open the door. I have a sheriff with me. We're going inside to get a urine test. 11 o'clock at night.
Really? And this is in what is this?
Boulder.
In Boulder. Wow.
This was in Boulder. Now, when I got arrested for the kidnapping, my first mistake was the lawyer told me, he goes, check in the rehab first thing tomorrow morning. I was like, fuck that, I ain't got a coke problem. Didn't claim responsibility. If I would have claimed responsibility right there and gone to the rehab for 30 days, I would have came out into a different situation.
Yeah.
They couldn't have questioned me. They couldn't have, you follow me? That's the other end of the coin. They can't
Just
get
disappear?
to you. They can't get to you.
Yeah.
Now it gives us a little time to get our action. These are the moves when you have the money and the finances.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when you're doing drugs, you know, $1 to come out of your pocket is $1 that comes out of your nose. You're not going to put money up to get help. But a smart player goes to a rehab. It's like my friend. Whenever he used to get in trouble when we were kids, he shot somebody, or he got caught burning a house one time. He fakes a heart attack because that gives you 3 days. That's an old Jew trick.
Oh, right.
Fake a heart attack?
You fake a heart attack. You don't have to talk to nobody for 3 days. You know what I'm saying? They got to wait till you come back. They can't go into they'll put a cop outside your door, but your attorney could still go in there and chit-chat with you. When the cops come in, we need to talk to him. He's not ready yet. You got a heart attack. Get out of here. You're going to stress him. They don't want to stress your heart. You could sue.
Right.
You follow me?
Right.
You ever see that movie with Clint Eastwood, The Enforcer?
No.
Where Clint Eastwood walks right into a fucking restaurant and the mafia is having a dinner, and he walks right up on the guy and he goes, hey, what I have in my hand is a subpoena. Tomorrow morning you're going to go to jail for the murder of Lee Syatt. And for that girl, you're here sitting with your daughter. Why don't you tell your family how you raped that girl and then dragged her and put her in the trunk of a car and killed her? This is a subpoena. I'll see you in court tomorrow night, scumbag. And he throws the subpoena. The guy grabs his heart, has a heart attack. The brother-in-law takes out a blank sheet of fucking paper. You know what I'm saying? Fucking deadly. It's one of those, the enforcers. One of those dirty Harrys. It's one of those dirty Harrys. So it's amazing the tricks you could fucking play.
Yeah, that's the other thing. The smart move. You know when celebrities fuck up, like when they make a big public fuck up, it's always straight to rehab, no matter what.
Straight to rehab.
If they say, they say something like the recorded conversation, like Mel Gibson.
Oh, Jesus.
Then they're like, he's got a problem. He's going to go to rehab now. It's just that tactic to like buy yourself. But now people see through it. Like when celebs do it, like when they say something crazy or racist, then they're like, I'm going to rehab. Then people now are like, that's fucking bullshit, man. That's such bullshit. We know it's a move.
Lee, we're going deep tonight.
I
It's
know.
over.
Speaking of,
Do it.
I can't do any more then.
All of us will eat this thing.
No. Speaking of celebs, Tom just ran into Mike Tyson.
I did, yeah.
You run into everybody. You ran into, what's his name, the rapper a couple of weeks ago, too.
Big Daddy Kane.
Where'd you run into him at?
Dude, this was crazy. For Kane, I talk about him in my special, and I have a bit where I talk about seeing him and yelling out to him, and they put it on YouTube. So I tweeted him like, "Hey man, did you see this?" And he wrote back like, "It's hilarious. Somebody told me about it." So I thought it was cool, and that was it. He tweeted me back, and then like 2 days later, I'm home and I get a voicemail. Like I walk to the car, and I see I got a voicemail, and I check it, and it's Big Daddy Kane. And he's like, "What's up, Tom? I'm chilling over at your boy Russell's house, Russell Peters." So then Russell texted me. He's like, "Kane's over here right now. Come over to my house." And I was like, "Get the fuck out." So I drove over there. He could not be a cooler dude. He told me that his engineer, that he, like, in the studio, saw the bit and told him about it, and that a bunch of people have pointed. But he couldn't have been. And now I tweet with him like all the time. He's just he's a cool dude, man.
What about Tyson? Where'd you bump into that savage?
On a flight from LA to Pittsburgh, and man, people go nuts when they see Tyson.
Nuts.
People go nuts,
and he's great.
And he's gracious. He shook everybody's hand. Everybody.
He's very fucking.
And you know what? What you see is that the amount of people, people that are Joey Diaz fans. Yeah, there's a wide variety. Or let's take another actor or artist or athlete. There's that range of person that's like your fan. With Tyson, old white ladies, fucking teenage black kids, 45-year-old white guys. In other words, everybody wants to say something to him. It's not just a certain demographic. It's the whole fucking world boarding the plane stopped and said something. They held up the fucking line to board, where the flight attendant was like, "You have to keep moving," and they're like, "I want to talk to Mike." Like,
I can't believe they didn't board him last.
Well, what are you going to do? Like, they can't really do anything. So we're rushing.
How funny is that? He got convicted of rape and went to prison. There's something about people when they get convicted of rape, they have a power over people, and they walk over a room. Motherfuckers like that dude went to prison for rape, Jack. I gotta shake his fucking hand. I gotta get his fucking autograph.
I doubt they brought that up when they were saying hi.
Damn, that motherfucker.
These old white guys were kissing his ass.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So crazy, man.
I've seen him at UFC. I seen when that whole thing came, when he first went to a UFC, how people going nuts. And I love him. He's an interesting guy, man. He's a very interesting guy, and it's amazing that he's prevailed.
It is.
It's amazing that he's had 22 lives. He's had tremendous pain. He lost a kid at his house. I mean, guys, you have no idea. He lost his father, his family, his trainer. He was sexually abused. That guy's always got a fucking smile on his face. And yeah, they got him on medication or whatever. When he's around too, you don't know. Like, sometimes you're looking at him going, man, this guy might snap. If he snaps.
He's got that look in his eye.
He's got that look in his eye, and that's
And by the way, he could still fucking wreck somebody.
You, yeah.
Really? He's in good shape?
Yeah.
No, he's not in good shape for him. Like, he'd consider himself out of shape right now.
But he still has the power?
Dude, you see it. I mean, you can see. First of all, like, when he moves, it just moves his arm like he has an enormous. But he's got the walk. Like, the walk comes from. It's like a power way of walking. Like, he throws his hips the same way you get power in a punch. It's all from like the lower body. And he's just he literally he walks. It looks like a fucking pit bull. It's like that he could absolutely, if he wanted to.
All he needs is 2 shots against you, because you might put your hand up and catch the one, and he'll just hit you in the chest, and the air's gonna go out of your chest.
Yeah,
and he's gonna come up with that fucking left hook, and that's it. And that's it for you. And that's the people that were fighters that got used to it.
Yeah.
Guys like me and you, we just go down. It's
I'd go down.
You just start bleeding internally.
I was talking. I talked to him about fighting for a while. He came to my show. That's the other thing. I met him on a plane, and then he came to the show. It's
that's
fucking
cool
bananas.
Shit. Yeah, that's cool.
And he hung out in the green room, and we just talked about fighting. But I was talking to somebody about, he was trained by Customato, and then the other guy that was like in the ring with him all the time is Teddy Atlas, who calls fights now on like ESPN.
He's great.
He's fantastic. And they were saying that somebody asked him, I guess on one of these shows, like, so was Tyson like this just natural, like, savant fighter, like a prodigy, like just he got in the ring and just knew how to fight? And they said that he was powerful as shit. That is natural, but he was getting hit a lot. He was getting hit all the time. And then they said that when we taught him how to slip punches, and then when he learned that, nobody wanted to fight him anymore. Like, nobody wanted to spar with him anymore. Once he knew how to slip punch, because he was getting hit a lot.
Yeah.
But once he knew how to slip punches, they were like, we had to like fucking bust people in to fight him because everybody around there was like, oh no, I'm good, man. Like that was.
Do they have these on tape somewhere? Because like I've never seen a Mike Tyson. I know of them and I've seen clips, but like an entire Mike Tyson fight. Do they have like just reels?
Oh yeah.
I would love to see that somewhere.
Oh yeah, man. You can, dude. YouTube has
hours.
Okay.
Hours.
Fights.
Hours. Yes. YouTube has a guy that probably put together just his knockouts to get you started.
Oh yeah.
Just his knockouts to get you started, and that's I got addicted to Roberto Duran on YouTube for a year.
Do you want to hear this?
Go ahead.
Okay, so, well, first of all, I meet him on the plane, and he couldn't be nicer.
Roberto Duran.
No, Tyson. And anyways, I talked to him for a while on the plane, and I give him my number, and he ends up texting me and then calling me, and then coming to the show in Pittsburgh, which is fucking bananas.
That's bananas, yeah.
And then we're in the green room, and we're talking about, I can't believe he came to my show. I'm just like asking him questions. And then we talk about workouts. And I was like, how his workouts, if you want to see something insane, it's like him work just a gym workout when he's like 18, 19, 20, 21. They're bananas, okay? Like jump rope with the bag and then the speed bag, and then the sit-ups. Like this guy worked out. It's just like you can't even wrap your head around it. I told him I was watching also because different, all those boxers are just tremendous they're amazing athletes. Roy Jones Jr. do it, and then Tyson goes, nah, man, my guy is Roberto Duran. Yeah. And I go, what? And he goes, yeah, that's my guy.
That's your school of thought. Roberto Duran was a school of thought. And you could see the people you could see Kennison people. You could see Dice people. You could see that I'm from the Dice school of thought. I'm also from the Rodney Dangerfield school of thought. Even though I love Bill Hicks or whatever, he's from the Roberto Duran school of thought, which is to go in there and fucking kill you. It's a different savage. And I know that the workouts, like I read the Duran book, and, I knew a lot of people who knew Duran, and it was fucking crazy. And yeah, he's got the reputation for no mas, but there's more behind that story.
Yeah, what do you think happened to boxing? Because, like, these fighters took over the country, like Ali, Tyson, all these people, and now it's just nowhere. It's just almost gone.
It's all peaks and valleys. In what was it, in the comedy boom was the mid-'80s?
Yeah, through the 80s, and the death started in, like, early, like, 91, 92 is when
everything goes peaks and valleys. Then it came back in 2000. For 10 years, it was dead. Boxing, it seems like it's been dead a little longer.
It has been, yeah.
Than 10 years, And
you know what you need, man?
What?
You need an awesome... Like, if Floyd Mayweather, who's, by the way, huge draw, still sells huge tickets.
Yeah.
But if he was a heavyweight, we are just obsessed with bigger and better. Yeah, bigger is always... If he was as good as he is, a heavyweight, boxing would be even, like, way more popular.
Yeah, I mean,
we love a heavyweight.
I guess that's kind of the same in UFC. Everyone likes the John Dotson and like the small guys, but everyone comes out for the like light heavyweight and up or middleweight and up. I guess
they want to see it, man. They want to see it.
Do you see the ads that are out for like it's like knockout boxing? It's like a tiny ring. It's just a circle, and there's no space, so like all they can do is just throw haymakers at each other. It's been on TV for pay-per-view. It's crazy.
Really?
It's a small ring. There's no cage. There's no ropes. So it's just...
the other thing, that, sorry to cut you off,
no, it's fine.
But about a guy like Tyson, too, is that he knew how popular he was, and he knew that people wanted to see a show. He was aware of that. And a lot of guys who fight these days, you'll see, like, a lot of things about boxers now is, like, a good boxer does, learn your style, learn what you're doing, and adapt and try to attack your weaknesses. But Tyson, on top of having that skill, was still aware that, like, not only is this arena full, but millions and millions of people, and I'm going to go for it because I know people want to see the knockout. So even if he doesn't get it, he would go for the knockout because he knows that part of it is being a showman. That's part of being a world-class prize fighter, is it's a show. You want to see... You don't want to watch a guy dance for fucking 10 rounds, do you? No. I don't want to see a guy just fucking slip and then fucking run around the ring. I want to see him go for the knockout. That's when everyone stands up.
I don't know anything about boxing, but that's one of the criticisms I heard of Mayweather Jr. is that his past few fights, he wins, but it's just he wins because he's a smarter boxer, and it's not.
He's the most skilled in that class, I think, by far. I think he's the most. So he has the skills to do whatever he wants. I think the older he gets, the more he definitely wants to keep that 0 in the loss column. And even though he could go in there and just trade punches and probably end up doing some severe damage, maybe even knock people out or down at least. I think as he knows the career is winding down, the 0 in the loss column becomes more precious.
Yeah.
And you go like, dude, I want to go down as no losses. I think that's in his head.
You know, it's funny how he's fighting Canelo next. Again.
Yes, you're right. Yes, it is.
And it's
no, Canelo.
No.
Just fought.
Right.
So
I'm sorry. He's fighting the guy. He's rematching the guy.
Right.
The Argentinian.
Marquez?
No. Who's he fighting? Lisa.
Man.
I'm gonna look for it. Hold on.
Yeah, he's rematching that dude that took him to 14 rounds or 15 rounds. That was a great fight, the Argentinian.
Yeah.
And then, but it's funny how when I was growing up,
Madonna.
Yeah, Madonna. It was like, you had Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns and, Marvin Hagler. And there was just this whole Alexis Arguello. You had these personalities. And yes, Muhammad Ali was still there, But you had, it seems like it's not like that in boxing. You have 3 or 4 guys that you're basically interested in that you know of and you do it. That's how I feel. That's how I am with boxing. I know the Klitschko
guys,
the Klitschko brothers. I know Pacquiao.
It sounds crazy, but part of it is that we're speaking as Americans in America, but we need Americans in the whatever's the biggest thing in the division for whatever sport to be the best for America to be into it.
Involved, yes.
If Team USA got to the final, won for sure, but if they even got to the finals of the World Cup, you would see a crazy boost. There's a boost that happened. More people than ever in this country watched that. The World Cup became more interesting to them, and soccer, and you saw the interest go up. I saw more people than ever talking about it and watching those. If that team were to go on further, you would see something crazy happen. And the same thing happens with that. The Klitschkos are bad for American fans of boxing because they don't give a shit. We know who they are, but no one cares.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We need Americans to fucking dominate for us to be really excited about it.
That's true. That's true. And I've noticed it even at UFC matches. I've always said the Christmas card, the New Year's card after Christmas Day, that card has to be a little bit more American than most of the cards throughout the year. A lot of people go to Vegas, they buy tickets just to go see the UFC, and they know, you want the Chuck Liddells on that card. You want the Captain America on that card. You want the Rich Franklins on that card.
For which show specific? For which one?
The Christmas show.
The Christmas
one after December 25th. This year it's January 2nd. But they usually have a December 29th show, December 28th. If you look at those throughout the year, for those to really be good, you have to stop touching the mic. Somebody keep touching the mic. I heard ba-boom, ba-boom. Move your cell phones away from the fucking mics and shit. And I've noticed it, that on those cards throughout the year, they could have Brazilians headline that card. But for that December 29th, they always like Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano would do great on that card. This year, now it's Cormier against John Jones. That's a well-known, you follow me, but they'll have Gina Carano and whatever. They want that on that. So it's just amazing the difference. And when you go to the UFCs, you hear people chanting. And I forget sometimes, USA. I'm like, why the fuck are they chanting? Oh, he's fighting a Brazilian guy. He's fighting a Chinese guy.
Well, you'll see it, too, if you do the road one. I've gone to one in Australia, and I've gone to one in Canada. And whenever they obviously bring out the fighter from that country, the place goes nuts, which makes total sense.
I don't mind if they go nuts. It's when they start going USA.
Oh, yeah, well, that's different.
And now this poor little fucking Chinese guy in the UFC, he's feeling bad. He's in the ring by himself. You
feel bad about that?
I really do. It embarrasses me. He's our guest. And you're making him fucking feel bad. It's bad. Let me see you fly 12 hours from your country without an octopus next to you, whatever the fuck they eat. And then you go to Vegas and you got to fucking lose 10 pounds and you got to walk and then you got to fight some guy. And while you're fighting, people are yelling USA. USA, and you're from little fucking Hong Kong. You know, you're 5'6". You know what I'm saying? You were trained to.
Your octopus
You were trained to be a butler, and here you are, people yelling fucking USA, USA. So it bothers the fuck out of me when I go to those things. I'm like, really?
I always get uncomfortable just at that chant. Honestly, anywhere like that. For some reason, you know, maybe it's like some weird like thing about when you're from like the most powerful country in the world, to hear people chant it at like bar. I get uncomfortable with it. You know what I mean? Like I just do. Even obviously in this country, when people are like, I feel like it's almost obnoxious, like to be.
Makes me feel bad.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just feel bad. Like, what if he's a little Jew kid? He's in there boxing.
He's a little fucking like Lee.
Like Lee, nice kid. He just, you know.
Your buddy Bisping kicked ass this past weekend. I didn't even get to see the whole thing, but just I saw the end.
Oh my God, Kung Lee. You know, we were talking about that with Rich Franklin last week. Kung Lee's 42 years old. Your body is one thing.
Yeah.
You know, you never really want to accept your age. You always accept, well, I'm in great shape for 51. Great. Great. That doesn't mean I'm going to go fight somebody.
Yeah.
You know, when you're, I think after a certain age, I got to tell you something. By looking at his face, my thing comes right in. His vision, his hand coordination was completely fucking off. Or Bisbing took speed tablets and you can't see his fucking hands. Look at his face. Nobody could punch you that many fucking times. Unless you, and bro, I'm telling you, your reactions go after a certain age. You think your hand's here, but it's really fucking down here. You know, he's 40 fucking 2 years old. I don't care how many TRT shots you take, unless you stick them right in your fucking eyeballs. And you can see through walls. It ain't gonna fucking help you. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
do you feel your hand-eye coordination change?
No, but I know it did. I know I still can't steal a basketball from you. You know, when I was fucking 16, I could lift the ball from you if you were dribbling. As soon as you left your hand, I'm on you. Yeah. I got your shorts. You're dead. I can't do that now. I can't do that. I was telling the jiu-jitsu guy yesterday, and he goes, "That's a great pass. I do this tackle pass." And he goes, "You really getting good at it." That's all I got. That's all I got. I'm 51. I can't move my foot to drop the knee in your belly. I can't do that. I tried it, and you flipped me right over. All I got is the tackle pass. That means I put your fucking ankles together, and I put this shoulder on your knees, and I work you up like a spider. And then I try to choke you, go for your fucking arm before I lay on you for 15 minutes and get my oxygen back. You know, I'm not going to lie to nobody here, but that's what works for me at this age.
Sure.
I'm 300 pounds. If I tackle pass you and pin your knees down and put my shoulder into you, I got you. You're trying to fight me sideways. It ain't going to work. I got your legs. It's over. I took your legs from you. Now I lay on top of you until you huff and puff, then I start going for your fucking arm. Whoever huffs and puffs first the most. There was a puddle of sweat under my head. I kept looking at it. I was laying on top of the guy, but I was sideways, and the sweat was hitting. And I looked down, and it was fucking 3 inches of moisture. Jiu-jitsu, you sweat so fucking much. Plus it was 90 fucking degrees.
Have you done it, Lee?
No, I haven't. I just started working out like 2 months ago.
Lee's on the elliptical. He's a purple belt in the elliptical.
Is that what you're doing, elliptical?
That's what I've been doing for now. But then
you ready for another edible? You're not looking high enough,
fine.
dog.
But there was like a Groupon deal for like 25 classes 15 classes for $25 right down the street. So, and Joey's been telling me to do new stuff because it's going to get boring, and it is a little bit. I mean, cardio has been working for me so far, but I figure in 15 kettlebell classes I could like learn the basic technique and then do it on my own.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't taken a class yet, but
that's what you're going to do.
Yeah, I'm going to try to. Just I was on teams a little bit in high school, but I was never good. It was just I was just doing it. So a little bit of exercise. I played freshman year of football, and then I wrestled.
Yeah, fuck yeah, Lee.
But it was.
What did you play in football?
Fucking nothing. I didn't play when I was a little kid, and the first time I ever went was freshman year, and I was terrible. I think I played like 2 plays the entire year, but it was just I don't know.
Would they put you on the line?
Of course. I mean, it wasn't this big, and I can't run, but it was. And I was always terrible at sports.
Where was this? What city?
Right outside of Boston, like 45 minutes outside of Boston. And the school was terrible at football.
Did you get fucking wrecked? Do you remember?
No, I mean a couple times during practice, and then so one time during football practice, I almost thought I was going to puke, and I pretended I did so I could get out of the rest of practice because it wasn't for me. But when I first started working out a couple months ago, the first time I lifted it a little bit past, like the first day I did it, I slept for 15 hours. The first time I went over, like I tried pushing myself, I had to sit in the gym locker room for like 10 minutes because I was sure I was gonna puke.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And this is in what? How old?
This is 2 weeks ago.
I'm 26.
This is 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, like a month and a half ago. Yeah, but no, it's crazy how much I can do now, and it's a lot of fun. But it's just
it's awesome, man.
I was never good at it, and I know my kids are going to be terrible at it. But I think it's important to do sports, and I think even if you're going to be bad at it,
yeah, of course.
because like I was always a bigger kid, but
You
like
were
I
bad
didn't.
at that because you never gave it a chance.
No, I was just.
I was bad at everything, but you had to give it a chance. I was horrible at fucking basketball my 6th grade year.
I'm a short Jew. What do you want me to play? We don't do
Horrible.
anything.
Horrible. You got to be good at something.
No.
You got to be good at lifting weights, a strength team. We got to put you.
You know
on
what
like
I
a
was?
squat team.
The one thing I was happy with is I never really got pinned in wrestling. I was always able to kind of like sneak out. I would lose a lot, but I would sneak out the whole time. But do you guys have like plays you remember? I remember I was in like 2nd grade, and the highlight of my baseball career was one I hit a triple one game, and then once at second base the guy hit it right into my glove. I didn't even have to move my hand. I don't know. I have like vivid because I have so little sports.
Oh, that's why.
Highlights
For sure. I remember that plays for the same reason.
Yeah.
Man. I remember plays because our bank of them
It's so small, tiny.
I have it like basically a bank from like 4th grade through high school. But then if you talk to somebody that played college or professional, obviously like their bank of memories, but like I vividly remember like I remember getting a guy like the first like not just big strong guy but savvy. You know what I mean by savvy? Like this dude actually figured out most on the high school level. You're not talking about like it's just like your pure ability. It's like, are you a really good athlete? Are you a mediocre athlete? And then you're just using your athletic. But some guys are like tacticians, and it's really rare at that age. I remember this guy just being able to like read what I did, and then I remember one of his moves like was just to give you a head slap over your ear hole, and he was a big
in football.
Yeah, man, those ring differently. Those fucking hurt so much more than like somebody throwing a shoulder or arm into your chest. Like he gave me the head slap on the side, and I was like, what the fuck? And he knew what he was doing, and like he knew, like he led me into it even. Like he like walked me into it and then came around with his big long fucking arm. He was probably 6'6", like 6'5", 6'6", and a big kid for a fucking high school kid, like 270. Like he was a big guy. And those guys, like you don't see that every like not every high school team has that fucking guy, where he's not just like a big strong kid, but he knows like the insides of like how to figure out what you're doing. It's really rare.
Yeah.
I was terrible.
Really?
I was terrible in
practiced
basketball.
basketball a lot,
I was
at least.
terrible in baseball. Listen,
Wait,
the worst things to be is bad in baseball when you're Cuban. Okay, and I joined the North Bergen leagues. I joined the stickball leagues in New York. I was good in New York. The problem I always had growing up, and we never talked, so it's great. I had a big problem. Like I was great in practice,
Yeah.
but I was horrible in games. So with baseball,
Did you get nervous?
I don't know what it was. With baseball, I remember my highlight of baseball was winning the ball at Red Berry's baseball camp in Miami one summer. I won the in-leaguer of the week. Like I was the best
Camper, yeah.
not the camper, not the best in the team, but for the week, I was the best infielder.
Oh, okay.
I was the first baseman, and I got 2 balls, and I threw a guy at second, and I got 3 hits. But then when I go to North Bergen, I'd strike out, and balls would go between my legs. And then I tried basketball, and I was fucking horrible at that. And then I got into football. And football, I showed a little promise when it was 13 to 15, because I couldn't play in high school because I was always 143. You couldn't weigh more than 135.
What?
So, yeah, in high school you had 120, not high school,
Middle school?
grammar school,
Yeah.
The Eagles and the Red Raiders. So you had to be 125 and 135 for the Raiders. I was always tall and lanky, so I couldn't fuck. And my bones were heavy, so I didn't fuck.
Joey Diaz, tall and lanky.
Didn't you see the picture? You saw the
Yeah,
pictures
oh,
from
of course.
freshman year?
Yeah,
No. He saw real pictures.
another one. Okay.
With my needle shoulders. I used to have
Yeah.
those my freshman year. And then, freshman year I went out and I sucked in football. But I tell you where I started to break out: karate. I would go to karate, and I went to karate so much during the week that obviously you get good. So I would go to those little 5th grade, 6th grade tournaments, point sparring, and I would do good.
Yeah.
Not as good as I do in the fucking class, though. In the class, I always had great endurance, and I always had flexibility. So I was into these nice little kung fu kicks and shit. But in tournaments, guys would kick my legs and shit like that, and it was a different game.
Yeah.
I would have to fight guys that weren't good at kicking legs. I would have to pick my bracket, and, I knew how to convince the fucking, So that's what made... Then basketball was where hard work came in. I knew I was bad, and I was so bad that I wrote to every college coach that I admired. I got a book, and I wrote to Duke, to Bill Foster. I wrote to Dean Smith.
You wrote him letters?
Wrote him letters. The guy from Syracuse, Marty Head, he's been there for 30,000 years. Not Marty, I forget what his name is. Jim
Calhoun? No, that's UConn. Boeheim.
Jim Boeheim, I wrote him a letter in 77, 78, and they all sent me packages on how to improve. And
They did?
Table. Yeah.
That's something about... There's some quality about a real coach.
These coaches all had packages at that time because they're recruits. Then I would send... I went to 5-star. First I went to Willis Reed basketball camp. Then I went to Boo's basketball camp, and then I went to another and I was really good. By the time I got to the 8th grade, people were like, what the fuck happened? It was all summer long. It was riding a bicycle with a basketball in the middle, up and down hills, go home, eat dinner, sit against the wall and eat dinner, work on my defense, go back to the court. And, I read that Jerry West took 300 jump shots a day. Done. 300 jump shots is how I started my morning. I wouldn't even go play till I hit 300 jump shots. And then I get on the bicycle and go to Union City, West New York, and you always was in front. And it's just like comedy.
Yeah.
That was the first blueprint of my comedy career. You want to get good, you got to go to West New York. You got to go in the morning. You got to wait to get picked. And once they pick you, you better hoop. Because if you don't hoop, they're never going to pick you again for another year. Oh, we had that white motherfucker. He can't hoop. I used to take a bus to Hoboken. I used to fucking go everywhere. And then we started going into the city. Fuck it. Freshman year, 3 white boys. Let's go into the boogie down. We go up there, get a nickel bag, smoke a fucking number, and play with the black dudes. But you had to cover your ass for them to have your back. If you didn't do well or you started trouble, you couldn't come back. So that's how I did it.
So you were playing ball in the city doing this shit?
Fuck yeah. All the way. Then once I went to freshman year, the dream got fucked up. I smoked some reefer. I did a little crystal THC, and I went to see the New Barbarians with Mick Jagger and with Ron Wood and the New Barbarians, and that was it.
That's fucking badass. Joey running the courts in fucking the Bronx.
Do you guys remember the worst that you ever did?
Would you guys play for money?
Once I didn't play high school ball anymore, I would play for money in the afternoons buying hashways. $10, $20, and I would always be like, I'm hurt. I'm not doing this no more. So guys would always, like the guys in the bar, would have a couple drinks, and we'd get them for $1 a blow and shit. And one day it was a situation, the guy went to his car and got a chain.
Jesus.
He said we what do you call that when you set people up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were
a ringer or something?
Yeah, we were ringers. We would set motherfuckers up. But I remember one time being out of high school and being a drug dealer and a criminal and going to a party in Secaucus. And me and some guys were at a party hanging out, and these guys come up to us, hey, you want to play? Yeah, 50 a game. And I'm like, and they're looking at me like, let's tear these motherfuckers up. It was a 7-point game. They scored 7 unanswered points and took our money. We just got in the car and went home. We couldn't even believe it. These guys were sensational.
Where was it?
Irish guys in Secaucus.
Really?
These white dudes just took it. What the fuck? All right, 1-0. Bam! 2-0. And here's the crazy thing, guys. We were 18, 19.
Yeah.
These guys were men. These guys were like 28. Just took our fucking $50. We went home depressed as fuck.
Crazier when, like, I used to play a lot of basketball. Like, basically up until high school. And then I started again in college. So, like, I didn't play that much in high school after freshman year. And what's even crazier, I feel like, is, like, when I was, like, 22, and I probably got in the best shape I'd ever been in playing basketball all the time. And I played a game against 2. It was me and a guy who was like 30-something against 2 sophomores in high school. 2 15-year-old kids. And they were unfucking believable. Like, I was like, oh, shit, like we are fucking we're like old guys. And I was 22 at the time. And in good, I mean, I was like 190. I was running, working out, playing ball all the time, pickup games all the time. And those two kids were, the kid that I covered was at least 4 inches shorter than me and was jumping like a full foot higher than me. Like, it was crazy to see somebody kick your ass like that who's 15 years old.
You know, it's amazing how I blame a lot of things. Basketball broke my heart when I didn't really attain the goals I wanted in basketball. It really fucked with me for a long time.
Really?
And I think that when I started comedy, I used the same work ethic, and I knew what I had to do not to fail like I did with basketball. Like, I took basketball too seriously, and when I hit the first hurdle, I said, that's it. I can't take the heartbreak.
Really?
You know, I let it go. And listen, would I had been in the NBA? No. Would I had stopped doing drugs? No. But I would have had something. I would have played those 4 years. I would have had something. My life, I don't know. I just, a friend of mine called me last week and said that he hadn't felt this bad in 30 years. He took his kid to college. And this guy's successful. You know, he's a friend of mine. He's got 3 kids. He said it didn't bother him when he took his older daughter as much as this daughter, because he realized what he didn't do with his life. And I totally understood. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I went and did a college somewhere, and I'm like,
yeah,
I wish I had the chance to come back to fucking here. As much as I know now, like I always tell Lee, when you go to interviews for editing, they don't talk to you about Emerson College. No. Nobody asks you about your college education. To me, because I didn't really get it the proper way, I always felt fucking guilty.
Yeah.
Like if I knew now, like I was telling my wife today, I was telling my wife about this, how I got this call and we were talking, and she goes, you know, I feel the same way when I was talking to my niece about her classes. Like I would have done it different. I took it from the dog. When I went to college, they would give it away to minorities in Boulder. I was getting money from that fucking student union on a whim, just on a phone call. You got my credit app, right? Just give me another $25.50. I decided to take a chemistry class and shit. It was amazing. And I feel bad that I didn't take advantage of all that. I was a CUOP student, which meant that if I kept a 2.0 grade average, they would allow me to fucking stay in school. And I kept that, but they had free tutoring. They had all these services that you had to pay for, the student services I got for free. I didn't take advantage of that shit. I didn't belong to a fraternity, which I knew I wouldn't, but who knew? Maybe there's a criminal fraternity. Maybe there's a fraternity of fucking gangsters or fucking ex-felons or potential felons. I don't fucking know. But I missed that whole experience. You had it. Bert had it. You had it. And not to have it, you feel, or I had it to a degree. I'll tell you, when I first walked on the University of Colorado, I forgot about everything bad I had ever done in my life. Like it had absolved me.
Just by getting there?
Just by taking the 2 fucking classes the first time. It changed my life. It gave me more esteem at that time.
It helped big time.
Yeah, because when I quit high school, my freshman year, my senior year in September, because I had to get a job. But I went back in December, and I took all my courses, and in June they came to me and they go, you know, you're 3 credits short. You can't graduate, but you got to go to summer school. I got to tell you something. I'm not going to summer school. And you motherfuckers are a bunch of cocksuckers, because I played track, I played basketball, and I played freshman football. They go, give me 3 credits for each one. I go, they'd done it before. They were like, nah, we don't think so. Okay, you motherfuckers. So I didn't really get my diploma. When I got arrested, no. When I went to Colorado Mountain College, I had gotten too many credits, so they told me I had to take my credits to a different school. So I went to the University of Boulder, continuing ed. Once I took like another 30 credits there, they were like, you have too many credits to be in continuing ed. You got to register into the fucking college. And I'm like, I'm never going to get into the fucking college. They go, well, you have no choice. You can't keep coming back here, and we're going to stop giving you money. That was the magic word. Money is my motivator, motherfucker. What do I need to do? Well, you need to come with your high school transcript. So I went and got a high school diploma. Took my SATs. I did all that shit. At 23 or something, I did all that shit. You follow me?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's fucking crazy. And I got in, bro, when they gave me my first check, the first time I looked at my schedule, I had tears in my eyes. Like that was one of the happiest days of my life.
Why?
Because I had made my mother proud, you know. This is the University of Colorado. this ain't no fucking community college of fucking Denver.
It was a big deal for you to go there.
This was a big deal for me. I didn't want to go there. Me, I'd rather be a Duke, Jack. You know me, I'd rather be a Kentucky fucking Blue Devil or fucking Boston College. But Boulder, I got in. They accepted me. And I walked around. I took classes there, and then I got in trouble. Once I got the felony, I went back. I shouldn't have said nothing. I should have just dropped out. But see, I opened my mouth. And I went to the guy. I had my family go to the guy who got me in there and tell him the truth. And he was goody two-shoes. He goes, well, I don't know if we could have him back on the campus with the felonies, especially for kidnapping and drugs. I know the drugs are definitely out. Kidnapping, they might let him on. We got football players that have done worse. You know. So that's what happened.
Wow.
But I regret not like having, and I've told you, we've had this conversation that it breaks my heart that when you go for an interview now, and even you went to college.
Yeah, I did.
Had a great degree, and you're a fucking comedian.
I know.
But, like, sometimes a guy like me would go, look at fucking Segura, that fucking Momo. 5 years to become a comedian. I bet his fucking father's happy he paid for that shit. But it was an experience for you.
It was an experience.
Where did you go to school at?
I went to a tiny school called Lenore Ryan College in Hickory, North Carolina.
Damn.
Yeah, it's small as fuck. You know why I went there? It's the only school that let me in. I had such a bad high school transcript, like bad GPA. I had decent SAT, but bad GPA. I couldn't get in anywhere. They let me in, so it was the only place. I applied, got in, but it was an experience because I still have friends today from then, which I
fuck yeah
think is great. And
yeah.
You know, I used to complain a little bit about it, about like how it was such a small school. Because in my mind, going to college was like movies, like
Animal House, yeah,
yeah. And I was like, my expectations were like, you know, a stadium for the football team, an undergrad of like just at least 10,000, if not 30,000 undergrad. And I thought it would just be like what you see college would be like. It was that, like, shrunk down to like, you know, less than 2,000 undergrad. You know what I mean? So like,
yeah,
it's just a different experience, and it wasn't the experience that I was expecting. So
yeah,
I thought it was.
I treated college like it was basically like a business sort
Where'd
of
you
thing.
go?
Emerson College in Boston.
In Boston, yeah.
It's big for film and writing, and it really helped me when I got out here. But I didn't have any friends. I don't have any friends from college because I went and I should have went to Drexel in Philly. It didn't have as great of a program. But
for what? What did you go for? Film,
video, stuff
and
like that.
You went for 4 years?
Yeah, well, 3. I did it in 3 because I hated it.
Didn't it have some comics gone to Emerson?
Probably. Oh, Leno, and Henry Winkler, but yeah, I mean, and it was great for that. But like I went to visit my friend at Dickinson, and it's not even that big, but it
Fairleigh
has
Dickinson,
Jersey. No, in
Dickinson,
right by Philly, and it has like the big brick buildings and the rolling hills and football games. And this one was like all the hipster kids you see, and they're all talking about the French movie they saw, and I hated it. But yeah. I mean, I'm glad I did it because now, like, my dad was in radio for all those years and worked in restaurants, but he dropped out of college after like 2 weeks because he had a job, and it just didn't make sense. But you can't get any job now, like anything.
You know what?
At all.
You know the other thing that I don't always realize that college serves for, though, is like you go there, and it helps you realize in a safer setting shit that you don't want to do as an adult. And I think I kind of figured out by going to all these structured things that I didn't want to work in structure, like work with like get up and go to work.
I guarantee if they go to every fucking senior before they graduate and go, do you want to really go into the field you studied in college and you got this degree on? I'd really be surprised what the percentages are.
It's got to be.
Kids are fucked up.
Yeah.
Kids that didn't know what they were getting, because I don't think a kid's prepared to make a life decision
at 18,
20
yeah.
and 18.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what really fucking helped me. More than college, I'll tell you what really fucking helped me. And every day I think about it, I'm like, wow, with car sales.
Yeah.
That helped you figure it out?
When I sold cars in college, it really sped up everything I had. Everything I thought came in. You know, you go to jiu-jitsu, they teach you a technique. But when you go to do it to Lee, they don't tell you that Lee's going to hide that arm. Mm-hmm. Lee's not just going to leave the arm. It's like anything else when you go to karate class. He's going to throw a punch. The punch is going to land there. You're going to hook the arm, and you're going to hit him in the rib. But he's like, no, it's not going to happen that way. He's going to wear a shirt, and your hand's going to get caught. So it was really weird that you heard all these things about business. You spoke to people. And once you discovered belly-to-belly sales, that stayed with me forever. I learned more from those criminals on how to treat people and how to carry myself in business. Little things. When you buy a T-shirt from me, I write you a letter. I got that from selling cars. When you came to see me, the first thing when you got home the next day, you got a letter from me. Because I knew the other guy wasn't sending you a letter. He was going to call you and tell you there was a sale. That's great. I'm going to send you a letter and thank you. You know, and it just taught me little things, follow-up calls. Lee and I were talking about a sponsor earlier, and we were talking about our plan of attack. That plan, I didn't get that from a book. I didn't study marketing in college. I got that from selling cars. The strategy, there's a strategy to things, you know. And it was just really, and I worked at a place in Boulder, which was really decent. You know, if they were on Yelp today, they'd have like a high fucking Yelp because that was their thing. They knew to get the good cars, you had to have a good CSI, a customer service index, at that time. So they specialized in that. They weren't thieves. They wouldn't throw your keys on the thing. If you told them you were unhappy, they'd give you the keys right back. You do that Douglas Toyota in Arvada, they'll fucking stab you. You'll have to talk to 18 people before you get your car back from a trade. What car? The Volkswagen. I just gave it from appraisal. We don't know no Volkswagen. They make you buy the car because they hide shit from you. This place was legit. And I learned so much from those white dudes. They were fucking Mormons.
Really?
The one, and he used to call me the renegade. He loved me. He used to call me the renegade because he goes, "You always go off against the people I don't like. I love it. I don't even have to do my job."
Really?
If they're a scumbag, you sniff them out. I used to I loved this Subaru place. That was the first car I sold.
You could sniff out the scumbags quick, I bet.
Yeah, until today, I still drive a Subaru because of that job.
Really?
I am sold on Subaru because of that job. Because how many cars I sold, and how many people's faces would come back and go, "Hey man, a week after you sold me a car, remember that Blizzard we got? I was in the car with my daughter and we spit off the road. If I would have had my old car, I would have been dead right now. That Subaru you sold me fucking had the extra." So I felt good about what I sold. I really did feel good. I remember when I got arrested, I was at a Chrysler store, and I went back. That Chrysler store was 8 drug dealers that would lie to you about fucking everything. I couldn't fucking believe it. They would lie to old people. It used to drive me fucking crazy. Like I had, even when I was a crazy criminal, I didn't see, it was a Dodge store. Old people buy fucking Dodges and Chrysler LeBarons and shit like that. Chrysler LeBaron, what a piece of shit that fucking car was.
We had one when I was growing up.
If you slammed the car door, everything would break. The tire on the other side would go flat. You're like, what the fuck? I slammed this door. I didn't like that. I didn't like lying to customers. I didn't like hiding from customers. I wanted to sell you something and for you to come back the next day and say, "Joe, you fucked up." And be like, "It fucking happens every day. Let's go fix it." Instead of hiding from you, The Subaru place, they all wore sandals. They ate granola. They were Buddhists. But those guys were pulling down. I was pulling down in college. I was pulling down anywhere from $7,000. I think about that.
A week or a month?
A month. $7,000
in high school
to 10. I was 24 years old, and I was making $7,000 to $10,000 a month off the bat. Like the first day I fucking started, that first month was like I got a check for $4,900. I was like done. Plus I walked with like $1,000 and get every time you sell a car. So they took that out of the check and I flipped out. But then I figured out how taxes were paid.
I always wondered, so like, let's say you bought a car for $10,000. How much does the salesman get?
Okay, in this day you got, I forget what it was. But in those days, if you sold a Subaru, a mini deal was $100. But after the person left, you got a kit, and you called the Subaru dealer and they'd send you a check from $250 to $700. You get that every Thursday. So I wouldn't give a fuck. If you came to me and said, "Joey, I got a car for $1,660, I could do that. I knew I was going to make $100 and $250 on the back end. So that's $350 a car. I could do the paperwork in 15 fucking minutes. You follow me? There's so many type of deals. And there's, okay, I have a used car. We have 6,000 in it. You come in and buy the car for 10. That means we made $4,000 profit. I get 30% of that. So what's 10%? 4, so I get $1,200 to sell that fucking car. I sell 10 or 12 of those.
Fuck.
Okay, then if you sell 7 cars, you get a $500 bonus. If I would go into a car lot and you'd say to me, "Oh, Joey, by the way, the Jeep, the '89 Jeep with 10,000 miles, anybody who sells that on a Saturday, Now look, when I go to work on a Saturday, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to snook coke. I just don't want 1 gram. I need an 8 ball. I need my dick sucked. I need a couple Coco Locos at Red Robin. I need to buy the bartender a shot. I got a chance there. I'm going for the short nickel. If you tell me that if I could sell that table, I get $500, even if I sell it at cost, just to get it out of here. If Tom Segura comes in, he goes, I want a picture of Charles Bronson. Even though I got a picture of Charles Bronson right there, I'm going to sell him that fucking table. Anybody who comes in, hi, I'm looking for a truck. Let me show you this fucking car I got, but it's not a truck. It's beautiful. You give a fuck what it is. You want a deal, right? I can sell you that for cost. Let's take a look at people go, I came in here for a Subaru wagon. You're showing me a sedan. I don't give a fuck. It's my world. I would sell you that fucking sedan. That's a salesman. That's what that's what you fucking do. I wouldn't pound her. I'd just tell her that's the car for you, and I'd make her drive it. Once they drive it, I got you 50%.
Really?
My job is to push the envelope, make you drive. If you don't drive the car, you're not going to buy it.
But if you drive it,
boom. That's down number 1. Number 2, once you fill out that credit app, I got you. But I never let you fill out the credit app. I always took it from you and asked you questions. Because by asking you questions, you're devouring me your fucking information. Plus, I offer you a water. So it's a psychological game. By offering you that water now, you owe me something back. Once we take the ride, I go, is there terms we could do? Yes, there are. I go inside, I get a credit app, and I get a fucking Foursquare. Most fucking idiots will just give you the credit app and say, you fill this out. You're dead. I fill it out. So now I get you involved. And now I got you under a spell. I'm just asking you questions. What's your address? What's your mother's maiden name? Syatt, but she's a Russian Jew. Whatever the fuck you're going to tell me. What's your shoe size? I got you. It's just a trance.
That's what the last car I bought, the guy filled it out for me.
Aren't you like right now ready to fucking fill one out for him?
Who the fuck do you think you're dealing with here? You want me to teach you how to do this?
I'm ready to buy it from Joey.
I get that fucking pen. I get that pen, right?
Yeah.
I get that pen. I go, Lee, what are we doing today? Okay, well, I'd like to buy the Subaru. The Subaru costs $18,000. I need 10% deposit today. That's $1,800. What payments would you like? A month. I was looking for $250. And what's the term? What do you got? You got a car? Yeah, I got a '62 fucking LeBaron. That's worth $300, all right? Right. So here you go. The car is 18. I need 1,800. How much down do you have? I have 1,000. We'll take it. You just committed to 1,000. I got you for 1,000. Right. Boom. Sign right there. What do you want to make a payment a month? $250. So if I get you a car for $250 a month, you'll buy it? Yeah. Boom. Sign right there. You got a car deal. Boom. I come back and I pound you. All right. By the way, the $250 is for fucking 19 years. 18,000. My boss said I looked at your credit app. I need 3,000 down because that's profit. They're always going for down payment.
Okay.
That's profit. That's their profit.
So don't do down payment?
A nickel into debt. Get it done. I got good credit. What's the down payment for? Nickel into debt. Give them 10%, but nickel into debt. Boom. What do you want to pay a month? $250. Boom, boom, $250. All this shit is I'm trancing you and I'm confusing you. This is a confusion right here. So $300 against my 18,000. Well, can't you give me a little more? My mother-in-law's a Swami, and she said my car is worth $1,200. I'll give you $15. Who gives a fuck? I own the car for $14,800. So I got $3,100 in it, correct? So I got $3,100 in it. You want $11 for your fucking so if I give you $11 for your car, you got a deal. Yeah, I just made $2,000 on it.
Jesus. So when you go
plus the financing.
Yeah.
So when I used to work in New York, I used to get a piece of the financing. So I'd work you for financing.
Oh, so you don't pick people up paying cash?
I get like a point of the financing. If you finance $20,000 at 10%, I get a half a fucking point. Plus, you need insurance. I know this guy. I'll come down here and sell you insurance. At the end of the week, that guy brings me an envelope for $300 for getting you an insurance with him because you need a binder. You just moved here from Boston, yeah? You need a binder. Let me get you a binder for today. It's free.
So when you go in to buy a car now, you're just like, listen, I know all the, or do you just let it happen?
It's all the same. It's all the same. Whether you're selling a car, a boat, a house, a prostitution, it's all the same. You could be a Puerto Rican and go in there and go, hi, I'm going to sell you my pussy. It's $100 and $125 around the world. Or you could go, listen, Let me tell you something. Like a guy that sucked my pussy, his tongue turned fucking purple. It was so fucking good, all right? My asshole, I shave it 3 times a day just in case the crop pops back up. My titties, nobody's ever sucked them. But for tonight, for you, because I like it because you're Jewish, you're going to suck my titties. But the package is $300. And you're going to go, why did I pay $300 to this bitch that just charged me $125 down the corner? It's amazing. That's why I always tell people, you run into a salesman.
Yeah.
You run into a fucking salesman. That's it.
That's great.
Everybody learned something tonight. Let me give some shout-outs here. You know how we drop knowledge.
Fuck
folks.
yeah, man.
We ain't got time to fuck. I don't want you people going out there and taking for your money. You got to learn, cocksuckers. You got any problems, email me. What's the email? Beauty and the Beast, whatever the fuck it is.
Or just go to joeydiaz.net.
Just go to joeydiaz.net and email me. Tom Segura, put the text away. Tell Dave Beckett you call him back in an hour. All right?
Okay.
I want to give a shout out to Miguel, Popeye Barrow, Gus Casanova, Tom G, Cody Tadeo, DC Smitty, Tommy Heater, and my main man fucking Bergie, always showing up with an Armenian fucking present for me. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me, Tom. Oh shit! Oh, look, it's Monday. We have to do something for my mother.
What
I
up?
was playing a little music for my mother on Monday. Something for the spirits.
That's nice. That's good.
Who wants to finish this brownie? What are we doing? You can't walk
I
on
am
one
not
leg.
doing that. I like it.
So are you nervous about tomorrow, Joey?
Do I look fucking nervous?
I don't know.
You see nerves here?
I gotta be honest with you. When Tommy was talking before, I got a little nervous.
Why?
I just thought about it. It just hit me that I was going to surgery in 6 or 7 hours, you know. And it's a little, you know, just a little.
Yeah.
For a guy like me, it just takes away your breath for a minute. But I'll be fine. No big deal. You go into their professionals, you know, medicine's a lot different than what it was 30 fucking years ago. I mean, they do this shit now. You know, this guy's the Raiders doctor. I'm his last surgery for the year.
Really? For the year?
That's it.
And then he just goes
He just
be
goes
on
to
call
the
for the
Raiders.
Raiders.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, right.
So yeah, on Sunday nights, when you see them getting on, like you see fucking Johnny, you see the guy getting Johnny, what's his name? Johnny Football getting
Johnny
carried
Manziel,
off.
yeah.
When he goes in, the general president goes, get the 2 Jews down to assess the situation. Listen, we got $3 million a year invested in this fucking Manook.
Yeah.
I got $3 million invested in this Manook, and he's fucking lifting off game number 3. Get the fucking 2 Jews down there. And they come down, you're like, and the 2 Jews come in, they look at your arm, it's broken, call upstairs, it's broken. When can we do it? Monday at 8 a.m., too late. This guy got $3 million of them. He's going to heal by next fucking week. And then they got to break the news to you. All right, the president. So can I go back to Kentucky? I'm going to go to my family doctor. That's negative.
Negative.
Negative. As a matter of fact.
You know why? Because we fucking own you.
We own you. You're in the route right now. They're prepping your fucking bed right now. But I want to hug the kid. They ain't no kids. We're the Jews. When they send us, it's all over. It's like the next is the wolf, and they just shoot you. So you either come with us peacefully, or they send fucking, and you go, and they cut you that night. They cut you Monday morning. That's what he does. Monday morning, a knee, a shoulder, a neck. That's
Scopes
it.
it out, yep.
By Sunday night, they're already assessed the situation. They're calling the hospital going,
We need the Jews.
We need the Jews. We got nine fucking savages that all weigh over 300 pounds coming in for knees, necks, arms, elbows, and you go from an elbow to a foot, and by Tuesday everybody's all right, and by fucking Friday you're jumping up and down, and by the next week they got you eating bananas and protein shakes, and you're back out there, dog. They don't give a fuck about your ailment. They don't. That's pro football.
Right.
So he doesn't have. He was telling me he can't. And he's been working with him for 30 years. He goes, there's only one guy that's scarier than needles than you. La Zato. He goes, that guy used to cry. He goes, I saw him cry one time before a blood test.
Really?
Cry. And then he became the steroid guy.
You should.
Because I'm telling you, I can't fucking do it. Tomorrow.
You can't do needles?
No. The only thing I'm dreading tomorrow is the intravenous, the IV.
Yeah.
They're going to stick it in my hand. But I tell them early, listen, no fucking.
I laugh every time I get blood drawn. I laugh really hard.
Why?
It's just an automatic response. It's the only thing, I'm serious, like that I can think of in the world, like in life, that has ever done that to me. Where as they put it in, and start taking out, I start getting super giddy, it's like a weird way of I think it's just my way of adapting to seeing the blood come out. I start
look
laughing.
at it?
I start laughing like a maniac. Yeah, I look at it and I
I
start
am
laughing.
a fucking nightmare.
Really?
But I'm good now. Like last week I went for the pre-op. Like to me that was the toughest thing of this whole physical was the pre-op. So I went to you want one of these?
No.
You keep looking at it like something's there. Me and Lee gonna pop one.
No, we're not.
Oh man.
To experiment on the way home. Anyway, I went to the pre-op. They did all this. They touched your balls, the back, the X-rays, the EKG. Then he goes, you got to do a piss test and go get blood. Even though I trust these people, I still get that little scared for a minute. And then she comes and gets me. And right away I told her, she goes, you want to sit down? Fuck no. I'm going to lay down. I always put Santana on.
Hey,
Santana, the
yeah.
Foo Fighters. I always got to have them too.
The Foo Fighters?
Yeah, the one song. Best of You. Gotta have it on. And she comes in, she dumps the bed down a little bit, and they rub the kid stuff, and they get the kid's needle. Oh, I work them. I know all the. I tell them, listen, get the kid's needle and get the liquid cocaine from the back, not the shit you give with the Russians. I want the good shit. They come in, they rub it. She ties my arm. I look the other way. I breathe. I prepare myself. I just breathe. It's that needle when it gets slipped in. If the needle gets slipped in like a savage, I'm going down.
Really?
Yeah, but if they just like, there's some women out there that you don't even feel it. I feel it after a minute. I feel a little lightheaded, and then by the time I'm breathing, I feel the strap come off. That means you're done. I feel like going like that with my arm, and by that time I'm just to music, and I'll take it off and I go, "You're a bad motherfucker," because I didn't feel dick.
Yeah.
And I used to faint at night. Like when I thought I had the blood clot in my leg, I went to the hospital. I took blood. I didn't faint at night. Went out. So it's been very good the last year.
How about catheters? Have you ever had that in? Like for?
Oh, I just did a colonoscopy on August 4th, and it was nothing. Again, I felt the needle a little bit. It was just hot in there.
When I was hospitalized like years ago when I OD'd,
Yeah, that's right.
you wake up and everything's right. You don't remember them putting anything in. So I had a catheter in, but I didn't. It was fine. I didn't feel anything. But a nurse tripped over the tube, and I was like, oh, like I screamed. I was like, what the? Because she goes, it's not supposed to go like that. That was her apology. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, I stepped on it. And that's why it like yanked on you. It was the fucking most painful thing, and her way of handling it was just not supposed to go that way.
I think I knew that.
I don't like any of that shit. I deal with it because it's a part of life. You can't.
Yeah.
You know, not.
That was colonoscopy.
The colonoscopy, the milkshake of death. You shit. It's heavy duty.
Uh-huh.
But I prepared myself. I ate fruit the whole week. You know, I ate high fiber stuff. Mm-hmm. I tried to push out the existing stuff. I sweat a lot. You got to take care. A lot of oatmeal. You know, a lot of apples. So when I drank the first potion, it loosened me up. The second one, they say, is the worst one. It's like tasting. The drink is fucking horrendously bad, but if you put limeade in it and mix it up, what's that shit?
The whatever
powder.
it's called.
The powder that they put in water, liquid, whatever, lemonade, whatever the fuck it is. It's not bad. You drink it and you get down there. The needle, I felt it in my hand. I told her, I felt it. I got hot. It took me a while to get my temperature back, and then they put you out, and you wake up, and they give you a fucking folder to go. And when you're looking at it, just pictures of your asshole. They give you a camera. They show you the camera from beginning to end. They show your asshole wrapped up, the camera going into your asshole, and the tubes and everything, and testing. Pretty interesting, man. It's hey, listen, I'm 51 years old.
You got to do it,
I'm
man.
very lucky
Of course.
that I know people at my age already that I went to school with and stuff that are either not here or they've had long stays in hospitals, which is mind-boggling.
You got to go every year to this stuff, man, and get these tests done. At your age, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Something you said still scares me, and I saw it again today. Because right before I started working out and stuff, you said, like, you got to let your blood drain through your legs. And ever since then, I keep seeing really big guys with, like, the permanent bruises and, like, the skin eating away on their
It's the most horrific thing.
I was there with my girlfriend at the grocery store. This dude was walking around, didn't even have pants on. He had just gym shorts, and was picking up bags of Lay's chips with his legs literally rotting away. And I was like, what is happening?
Like, you see it all the time?
Yes.
Where you want to go, like, why is it okay for you to show me that? Like, where these These dudes have like it's their leg is like a tree trunk.
Yeah.
Where there's no like it's all the same size from fucking his thigh to his ankle, and there's like these crazy open bloodlines, open sores.
Oof.
You know how I've worked to get my ankle that skinny?
Yeah.
But I do the same shit every night.
You work.
I get on my ass, pop my legs up.
Yeah.
I split, I do a V. I could fucking V on the wall now because I've been doing it. I pick my legs up, I creep, I go to the side, I suck all this in, and I do the other side. And that helps you go to the bathroom. That's good for your digestive tract, cleans your kidneys. It's yoga shit. But the best move is your feet up because the blood goes down. And now it gets processed instead of getting purple in your fucking feet.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't do nothing, if you put your feet up and watch fucking daytime football all fucking day and eat chips, that blood ain't going nowhere.
Do you go like vertical on them? Like
I go vertical, the whole thing. Those are all yoga.
How long do you have to hold that for?
10 minutes. And then you just let it drop and breathe. And the more uncomfortable you breathe through the pain. And you breathe the pain away. And you breathe it. And every day you'll get more and more flexible. But you're getting that blood to go down. And then you put your feet on and you do bridges and all that shit to help. My main purpose of acupuncture is to open the chakras and to keep that blood going. You know, the way I read it was they smoke more in China than they do here. The reason why they stay alive is Tai Chi and the acupuncture. The cancer rate is lower in China because the fucking the circulatory. It's very important. Mm-hmm. That's the number one thing. You know, I have friends that they're fucking their ankles, and that's the first sign of anything. That's it. That's the first fucking sign.
The ankle?
These people you see at the airport walking around for you want to grab them and go, "Are you fucking serious?" I saw one with a tattoo. I don't know what it is with people with fat fucking legs that are purple putting that parrot on their leg. That's going to throw you off. That money you spent for the ink, you could have spent that 24-hour fitness for a fucking trainer. You know, so you got your fat friend saying it's a cool parrot. Look at your fucking vein. Wait till the parrot blows. His head blows the fuck up. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. Yeah. That's my main thing of going to acupuncture. My insurance covers it, so I gotta go. They don't cover all the visits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I work something out with it. Yeah. That's why, for my circulation.
That's good.
Because you have to. You know what my ankles were like when I was 4'18" when I did the longest yard?
You were 4'18"?
When I did the longest yard, I was 4'18" right there.
Jesus.
Look at my stomach. Look at that. Laying down, it was a foot away from me.
I gotta go look closer.
Laying down, it was a foot up in the air.
Really?
I couldn't breathe. Right there, that scene was killing me right there at that point. At that point, I already had the sleep apnea, but even the machine wasn't really helping me. I was sleeping 6 hours a night, a lot better than what I was doing. But I read up, and that's the whole thing, is that sleep apnea doesn't bring a lot of blood to all your parts. So people who have sleep apnea, they say they have a higher thing of getting cancer.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go to acupuncture and get everything clear, get those chakras open, get those blood veins going. That's so important to me. You don't know how many times I do that in the daytime. I just hang my feet up on the wall. You put your ass to the wall. Mm-hmm. Your ass has to, so you have to sniggle in there and then flip over and put your feet up and just leave them there. Shit. Put the TV on and just leave them there. It's a great fucking move. And I'm not a yoga teacher. I'm just some fat fuck that's trying to learn. How you doing, Lee Syatt? What do you got going on? We're gonna do another show Wednesday night. It's an 8 o'clock show. Post fucking surgery. I'm still going up the stairs. Are you gonna do it then?
Really?
Post surgery. Fuck, not too.
You're an animal.
I'm doing the surgery tomorrow.
You're an animal.
Tomorrow night I'll sleep like a baby. I got these things. I got a couple vodka martinis. Lee's gonna bring some of his bitches over to give me a little leg
Wednesday
rub.
you do it.
Wednesday I'll get a good night's sleep. I got to take a Puerto Rican shower. I'm gonna be disgusting.
For how long?
Until I get the stitches out.
How long is that?
Thursday morning at 10:15.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, that's it.
Fuck.
Thursday morning, 10:15. The stitches go on the way home. I go to Toluca Lake, sign up for the fucking physical therapy. From there, I go to the YMCA and do 5 minutes on the bike, and it's on after that. After that, you're gonna see like Rocky drinking fucking eggs, running on fucking the street here like a savage. I don't want to hear no excuses. What's up with you? What's going on with you? Tell me something.
I'm doing my fucking pods, you know.
Okay.
I'm doing my shows. So
how's the wife?
She's great. She's great, man.
Fucking savage.
She's a savage. She's hitting the road every all the time, almost every week, and then we're doing our podcast, and you know, just trying to fucking
put the pieces together.
Yeah, dude. Same thing.
You look good.
Thanks, buddy. I'm going to Hong Kong. I'm going to do that comedy festival. So that should be fun.
Hong Kong Comedy Festival?
Yeah.
Who's doing it with you?
The show I'm on has Pete Lee and Chad Daniels. So
what about your wife? She don't go to Hong Kong?
She's not going to Hong Kong. No.
What type of fucking pimp are you? That's where you take your wife to Hong Kong.
No, because the schedule's crazy. We were going to do it, and then the schedule came out, and it's like, once we're there, we're on planes, and it's a week, so it'd be like Hong Kong, a day, Singapore, which is a 4-hour flight, another day or two there, fly back. It's not like, hey, enjoy Hong Kong for a week. It's plane, another plane, a ferry, another, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't think it's very chill or conducive to, I want to go for like a
holiday.
Yeah. Proper rest.
But you going to Hong Kong? When was the last time you went to Hong Kong?
I've never been to Hong Kong.
Be fucking thankful, cocksucker. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks for having me, dude. Thank you for having me here.
Your fucking family. I've been calling you for 2 years. 2 years. We've been saying Tom Segura, get him on. When we got his wife, Lee's
Fucking
face.
48 hours of I'm on the road right now too much. I'm gonna try to change. I am changing it. I'm like starting in November.
You're in Denver this weekend. At
Denver.
The Comedy Works.
Right. Then the festival. Then September 18th, I'm doing the Fort Lauderdale one night only. Christina and I together.
Okay.
So
you're flying down and coming right back.
No, I'm gonna stay there a week, hang with the family, then Orlando Improv, and then I do a bunch of like one-nighters and stuff the rest of the year.
Doug, I'm on the same fucking. I'm rehabbing this leg. This thing starts September 18th. Brea, New York, Denver.
Yeah.
Portland, San
But
Francisco.
the key with you, I always see this with you, and that's what I'm trying to do more of, is you have your absolutes, like you're not doing Sunday, and you're not gonna you're gonna take your break if you want it, if you need it. You know, that's the important thing to do, I think, is you gotta plan out shit more. You know what I mean? So
I'm not 28.
Right.
I want to give you the best show possible. I want to give you the best that I could be. If I'm tired or my leg hurts,
then it's hard to
or
do.
I'm thinking about something else, I'm not going to give you the best show I can. On a Saturday night, I'm not thinking about nothing else. On a Friday, I'm not thinking about nothing else. On a Thursday, I'm not thinking about nothing else. On a Sunday, I'm thinking about my family.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about how I should have dinner with my family. That's what families fucking do on a
I
Sunday.
love going home on a Sunday.
But no, I gotta sit here and do a show for 85 fucking people because the club owner said last Sunday they were fucking packed. We had a bunch of reservations, so I kept you over. Listen, in July and August, no more. You're not gonna do tickets no more. Joe had a great weekend in Denver. That's Joe in Denver.
Yeah,
But
sure.
majority of comics right now, anywhere where there's cold weather, people don't want to be put in a fucking building now till September. People in Buffalo, Syria, those people don't.
Yeah,
want
it's
to
going to be
sit in the
much
comedy
slower,
club.
for sure.
You know, so there's a reason for that. I'm not out to waste nobody's fucking time. I want to give you the best possible show I can give you. I will wake up early at 3 o'clock and get on a plane. Lee knows this. Everybody knows this about me. We bumped into airports before.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to be rested. You know, and 10 years ago, you come see me, and you get a guy that hadn't slept in 3 fucking nights.
Yeah.
2 from doing blow and 1 night from doing radio. The first night you get there. You live in L.A. You're in fucking Miami. The first night, you're on a 3-hour difference. You know, even if you don't do blow, you're just sitting there till 5, and they're picking you up at 6 to do radio. Because you usually go to L.A. to sleep at 2.
That's the crazy thing that people don't understand is how tired you are.
You're fucking tired.
Yeah. I mean, if you do the road week after week after week.
I've gone
all
with
the
Joey
time.
like 2 times, and we usually do the podcast Wednesday mornings until recently, and then Joey takes I was with you at like 3:30 a.m. going to LAX, and then the next day is radio, and then with you, it's not like you have an easy night. I'm getting stoned as fuck and up late, and then you take the 7 a.m. flight back. So I was exhausted after 1 week of doing it.
It's tough. And I remember going to Houston and doing Wednesday through Sunday and doing blow and doing 3 mornings
It's
of
a
radio.
lot, man.
You have no fucking idea. And you're blowing up. You're eating sodium. And you're just blowing up on the fucking road. You're drinking beer. You're smoking cigarettes. You're smoking pot. I mean, it's just amazing.
And don't they give like in Vegas like a Monday to Sunday? Like, isn't it like a
It's the
full
worst.
week?
It's a fucking nightmare. That is the worst, man.
It's a long fucking week. It's too long of a week for me at this age. I cannot do it. I can't give the people a decent show. Why would I want to do that? Bring me one Uncle Tom if you don't mind. Oh, thank you, brother. I got it.
Oh.
And that's why I opt to do that. I want to do the podcast on Mondays and Wednesdays. I want to go to jiu-jitsu Monday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
I want that option. You know, I want to have a schedule. I cannot be... I've lived in this town for 17 years. The road is a great place for a comedian. But I see where when you get because you don't know. The agents are just calling you and going, "Oh, I got you this date. Guess what? Guess who called?"
Yeah.
And here you are, and you're doing 6 in a row. 6 in a row. You don't want to hear that joke ever again. You don't want to.
True.
You don't. You don't. Trust me, I'm telling you. I did 7 this year. I went on a run this year. From March to April, I did 8 weeks or something, 7 weeks.
Yeah, I thought you got up to 10 at one point.
Just to really try it. And it was... Driving down to LAX every week is fucking a lot on Wednesday. Doing 2 podcasts a week at 6 in the morning. So I had to revamp it. I'm moving the podcast later now. Tomorrow I usually be leaving on a Thursday. No, today's Monday. I usually be leaving on Thursday morning. So that's how we do it. Just to give them the better show. So I'm in better shape. 3 weeks for the road. He knows. And especially what he's doing. Wednesday through Sunday. By Friday, you're about to fucking kill yourself. Thank God we have the Death Squad people that come to the shows, and it makes it a little easier. Saturday is a great day. I'm excited as fuck Saturday. Saturday, I know it's all Death Squad. I know I'm going to fucking go out there, and whatever I say, we're going to take them on a journey, and we're going to get paid, and we're going to get a plane, we're going to leave. That Sunday, when you wake up from that high, even if you don't do blow, when you wake up from Saturday night, 2 shows, to Sunday, and you call the club at 4, you slip to 10, the NFL comes on,
It's horrific.
You watch both fucking games, and then you call the club and go, "Hey, how we doing?" They're like, "We have 88 tickets left, but you're going to do great walk." I'm fucking tired.
It's time to go, yeah.
Then you put on CNN, there's a fucking rainstorm coming your way, and you'll leave it. No, there's ways to do this. Yeah, I take a hit by leaving at 7 o'clock in the morning Sunday. But I'm in my bed by 11, and it's a straight journey. It's the most important thing. I used to dilly-dally. Let me take the 2 o'clock flight.
I know. You learn.
What the fuck are you going to do in a hotel room until 2 o'clock? Your day is gone. You're going to land here at 6, 4:05. Good luck. Get the fuck out of there. Who gives a fuck? You're at your house at 12. And I saved time. I saved aggravation. And that's what it's all about when you're a comic. It's not being fucking aggravated. Any thoughts, Tom Segura?
No, man, you're the best.
Hit me with something, Tom. You drop something out. You got the Cuban beard, got the Fidel look. You show up with no fucking sayings.
No sayings.
You ever have a question that really fucks with you and it shouldn't fuck with you?
Yeah.
Like last night, I was watching SportsCenter before bed, and I went to Mike Trout and I said, "Would you rather hit a home run or would you rather steal a home run? Like take it away from somebody?" And for some reason, I got in my head, like, it decides what kind of person you are. Like, if you want to be a go-getter or if you just want to... And it fucked with me for, like, hours. Like, I couldn't come up with an answer. If I wanted to hit a home run or steal a home run. And I wasn't high, and I don't know why it fucked with me for so long. And I have no idea how I'd answer it.
Do you have, like, a student's notebook?
Listen, Lee, who gives a fuck if you hit a home run or catch a home run? Right?
That's the point.
You don't know the fucking chocolate. I've been telling you this for years. If you eat that chocolate, questions like that, you will look at that shit and go, you know what? Go fuck yourself, ESPN. Let's start off with honest. See, you gotta take some. If you took Alpha Brainly, you wouldn't think about.
I wouldn't care
shit.
about those questions.
Who gives a fuck? Whether I want a home run, I gotta take. You watch too much ESPN. I've been telling you that since I met you. More fucking and less
what
ESPN.
Is that?
More eating pussy and less ESPN. More push-ups and less ESPN. It's fucking your mind up. Making your mind a mush. Talk to this fucking guy.
Hey, man. Stop with the
I know you watch
SportsCenter.
just as much ESPN.
And you were high last night, were you not?
A little bit at the end.
Unbelievable. This is why you got to go to
Are you a big SportsCenter guy?
Yeah,
Big.
it
That's what he
replays,
does.
and then there's NFL Live, and that's
He'll
cool.
watch Sports in the 12. I know when I call him, what are you doing? I'm looking at Steve Simone's CD. He's watching Sports. He sits there all day, and he gives a fuck. Like, and he watches the clock, and they talk, and game shows, and you believe everything Stephen, whatever says about the NBA, you fucking get up.
Who?
Together. Whatever his name is, the black guy with the
Oh, that guy's annoying as hell.
Oh, he's pissing everybody off. Anyway, for maximization, optimization, all right? On it. They ain't fucking around over there, all right? Some people, they got one a day and all these shit fucking things that don't do dick for you. On it improves who you are. It makes you be the best you could fucking be. If you're a kid and you want to go back to college, you want to read, you want to stay up all night, you don't have to take meth like the rest of these fucking jerk-offs. Take some fucking Alpha Brain.
Don't take meth.
Alpha Brain will make you fucking focus. I'm telling you, 2 alpha brains, you're up and fucking hopping. In fact, my alpha brain strike will start again on Monday after the surgery because I'm home for 4 weeks. I got to write a bunch of material, so I'm going to focus. You know what? Go to onit.com and look at everything they got.
Boom.
They got something for you. Whether it's strong bone, whether it's fucking
New Mood,
Shroom Tech, whether it's the fucking enzymes, the mango enzymes, whether it's a thing that you go like that and you get your muscles. They got kettlebells. They got everything on it.
What's your code word?
Go to on it, and what's the code word?
Church,
and get 10% off while you're there. Stay on it. Stay on it. Get it sent to your house on the first like a real human being. You got to go to the store and order it. Just stay on it. First time you sign up for Stay On It, you get 20% off. That's how I roll here. What do you put in the box?
Church.
Like a bad motherfucker that you are. CHURCH. Also, a shout out to some of my fucking best I love you cocksuckers, Hulu Plus. You can watch Hulu Plus anytime, anywhere. $7.99 a month. You're saying, Joey, how is that possible? $7.99 a month. You can watch on any streaming fucking device that you want. You understand me? On a smart TV, Roku, Apple, Xbox, pretty much any. If it streams, you're fucking watching Hulu Plus. That's how we work. Listen, if you watch.
Well, it helps when you don't have to eat.
What happened? You didn't eat all weekend?
No, I started eating again maybe Friday. I had like a bowl of soup each day.
A bowl of soup like Papillon and shit. Meanwhile, you're living in Sherman Oaks like a doctor. You got a view.
Yeah, I know. I just did. I recently had to start paying for my own health insurance because at 26 you can't pay on your parents anymore.
How much a month?
$300.
Oh shit! So
Yeah.
you might as well go to that fucking doctor. I told
Yeah.
you. Once you get insurance, you got a fucking headache. I go to the doctor. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You're gonna give me one of those $90 aspirins. Fuck it.
Yeah, and it's crazy how much of a money grab it is. Like with the medication. Oh, we don't have a generic one, so these pills are $50, and I don't know. It's crazy.
It never ends. They bang you at every fucking avenue. You go to CVS. Mm-hmm. You're a good boy. You get the little card, so your miles stack up. Boom! There you go. It's a Sunday night. If you're waking up to this, happy fucking Monday. One of my main brothers, Inspiration, is a guest tonight, Mr. Angel Salazar. Saw him at the Comedy Store the other night walking around. And it's like, when I saw you, Angel, you were walking around a place that you were the king of.
And better yet, that was first time you saw me there sober.
You were sober.
Yes,
You were fucking completely sober. Yes, you were.
I was sober.
That's amazing. The Angel's here with
Dude.
me here tonight. What's up, brother?
Does your audience know about the movie Scarface?
Yes.
They do?
Who doesn't know about the movie Scarface?
Everybody knows about the fucking
People in
movie
Nigeria
Scarface.
know about the movie
Okay.
Scarface.
Do they know it's me, Chichi?
They know it's you, Chichi.
Okay, cool. Okay.
And even if they don't know, they'll fucking find out.
If they don't know, now they
Okay.
know.
What's up, Papa?
Man, I'm having a good time in LA.
How long have you been in LA for? How many weeks?
I did Las Vegas, went to Reno, Lake Tahoe, and then came here on Monday. I've been here since Monday.
Now, Harry Basil called me up 2 weeks ago, and he goes, "Can you fucking believe Chichi?" He goes, "This morning I'm driving. I see him at 11 o'clock in the morning walking around the street. The night before, he was at the Bellagio with Al Pacino."
Oh, and then the next day I was sleeping in the streets.
No, you were not. You were.
Yeah.
What do you?
Well, this what happened. I was playing across the street from the Bellagio, Diaz, and I was so wasted, drunk that I didn't feel like walking to the Tropicana. So there was a bunch of homeless there. I'll take a rest here. I'll take a break here. I fell asleep, and people recognized me because my face is in the marquee in Las Vegas Boulevard at Tropicana. Angel Salazar live in concert. And people who saw me sleeping in the street said, "Man, those cheap bastards didn't give you a room?"
It's a motherfucker in Vegas when you have to walk back to your hotel. Sometimes it's too far.
It is.
Yeah.
Everything in fucking Vegas
Yeah.
is too far. Bro.
So Harry Basil is looking for me, and he's on the phone, and he's on the corner. "Angel, where are you?" And I'm going, "Over here. Over here." It was a rough night. So guess what he did? So that Harry Basil told me that all week in the green room there's gonna be nothing but booze, vodka, wine, everything. Well, after that, he closed the bar. He put everything away. He shut me down.
So you were in Vegas for how long?
1 week.
1 week.
Yeah, but the show went great.
That's what he said.
A standing ovation was great.
No, they said you were
Excellent.
fucking them up as
It
usual.
was, yeah, it was like a rock concert.
You've been getting standing ovations for 20 fucking years, though.
Right?
20, and I used to tell guys, it's like the best deal in the market. You guys are paying on. Angel get a standing ovation every fucking show.
Yeah.
It's funny, man, that you're still doing your thing, Angel. And a lot of people at home don't know that this career has peaks and valleys.
Right.
And as long as you keep doing jokes and shit, you're always gonna work. You always work.
Right,
You always
right.
fucking work, man.
This is the kind of profession that it's hard to give it up. It stay with you forever. Look at Don Rickles. Don Rickles, what, 90 years old?
Yeah.
He's still touring, doing shows. Amazing, huh?
And he still has an audience, and people
Yeah.
still want to see you. They want to see you, man. They want to support. How the fuck did you start comedy? When and where? How?
Well, I'm an actor first. Actor first. I did a few movies before Scarface. I did a movie called Where the Buffalo Roam with Bill Murray.
Well, Bill Murray, when he answered the phone, what?
Yeah.
That's funny as shit.
I did Boulevard Nights, Walk Proud, was a gang movie about Mexican. The only Mexican movie that you saw, Robbie Benson playing a Mexican.
Who was in it?
Robbie Benson.
Robbie Benson. Oh my God.
And so, right about the time I was getting Scarface, I started doing comedy in New York. See, here's what happened. I used to be a peddler in the streets of New York, right, selling stuff. And a peddler cash line phrase is check it out, check it out. So everything I was selling in the street, check it out, check it out. So I go to the comic strip, start doing comedy, but I didn't have material. All I had was check it out, check it out. And I do that for 10 minutes. And somebody said to Lucio is he runs the
Lucian. He died.
He died.
Rest in peace.
He will run the place for Richie Thinking, Eddie Murphy's manager. And somebody told Lucian, that Spanish kid is very funny. He's great. Keep him. And he go, what are you talking about? All he says, check it out. Yeah.
And you started then.
I started doing comedy. Then when we started doing Scarface, of course, I went to the comedy store. But I met you before Scarface.
No.
No?
I met you in 1993.
Oh, really? You was walking on 8th Avenue in Hell's Kitchen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was selling cars on 12th Avenue on 57th Street.
Yeah, and you start talking to me, and you say,
I said hello,
you say, yo soy cubano también, I'm Cuban too.
Yeah.
And you live in New Jersey, but you moving to Colorado.
I was living in Colorado, and I was back. I had started comedy in Colorado, and you gave me a pass to the Village Gate to go see
El Barrio.
El Barrio
Oh,
USA.
wow, look at that.
And I went, and I was selling cars, and I shot over there. But you had a lot of people around you, and I was really embarrassed, so I didn't say nothing to you. But you gave me your phone number, and I kept calling you.
Yeah, you.
And it was hysterical. I would call you, and the machine would say, "This is Angel. I'm in Cleveland. Call me at the hotel. It's 718." And I would call him and wake him up. And
Well,
go,
what happened is this: you was in Colorado.
Colorado, yeah.
So 3 o'clock in the morning in New York is 12 in Colorado. It's 3 hours difference. And I go, Jesus Christ, you're waking me up. You go, no, it's only 12. I go, yeah, where you at? Yeah, he used to call me late at night.
He even though if it was 3 o'clock Colorado, he calls me at 1 a.m. and then he'll call me at 8 a.m. It doesn't matter with
I don't give a
Joe.
fuck. If I'm on the fucking phone
Yeah.
doing it. That was amazing that I bumped into you in New York City.
New York City, yeah.
Right in the fucking street.
Yeah.
And it was my day. I was trying to get into comedy,
You were, yeah.
I was just starting.
You're
I was-
starting, yeah.
I was doing comedy maybe at that time, maybe 2 years. Maybe.
Yeah.
And I had no fucking clue. And I went to see you guys, and I had no fucking clue of what was going on. Then they did auditions for the other Latino troupe.
Oh,
What's
Que
the-
Loco?
No. The one that they did at the, what's the club in Goodfellas where they go, the Spanish club? What's the Spanish club on 100 and... What's
The
bit-
Latin Cora?
No, the other one.
Copacabana?
Copacabana had an improv troupe.
Yeah.
And I remember I rented, I was selling cars, and I took a car from the lot and went up there to audition. I got a $150 fucking ticket. I didn't get, I was terrible. Oh my God. They said, do 3 characters. I only had one.
Really?
I was a Spanish junkie. I kept nodding. It was fucking horrible.
That
And
wasn't
was
much of a
it.
character.
No, that was it. That was the end of my thing. But I kept calling Angel. I kept trying to get in touch with Angel, and he would tell me what to do. Go here, go there.
Yeah.
Go here,
So
go
did you
there.
know he was doing stand-up at that point?
Yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
reached onto him, because
So-
he was fucking doing stand-up. I wanted answers.
So was it hard going from like acting and then doing, because like the character like as a being in gangster movies and then trying to be funny must be a little bit difficult for audiences.
Well, when I was shooting, I didn't tell them I was a comedian. at the beginning. Later on, as I got comfortable with the cast and crew, I told them, and I told them later on. There's a joke that Tony Montana, Al Pacino, say in the movie that I told them how to say it, because Marty Bregman called me. Hey, I was not working that day. You gotta get here. Well, why? Al needs a joke, and you gotta give him a joke, because he was telling joke to Sosa about Cubans, and you probably know this joke. Cubans are the most messed up people ever, because the island is in the Caribbean. The government is in Russia, and the people live in Miami. That was the joke. So he told them in the movie. In the uncut version, there is in the uncut versions. Yeah. Now remember one thing, guys. In 85, 84, a lot of comedians were transcending to movies. Eddie Murphy, Robert Williams. So so that was I saw it as a shortcut to break into the movies. Yeah. Doing comedy, Joey, did it help you get into those movies that you got? Analyze that and
Yes, to a degree. I think it got me ready. It got me ready, so when I was on the set, I could do what I had to do. But I think so. I never dreamed, Angel. When I came out here, I never dreamed I'd be in a movie. I thought if I would be an extra, I would do okay. And then when I came here, they tell you have to act. They send you for auditions, and the first thing I booked was a fucking movie. It was basketball.
Which one?
Basketball with the Zucker brothers.
Oh, okay.
About basketball and roller skates and shit. Whatever the fuck. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it is. I just like the way you describe it.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it is. But it's just amazing that you did all this. Like when I went home the other night and left the Comedy Store, first I saw you at the Laugh Factory.
That night, yeah.
That night.
Yeah.
It was Tuesday night this last week. And then I shot over to the Laugh Comedy Store. You said you were coming over to the Comedy Store. And I didn't think you were going to come. I said, Angel's not going to come to the Comedy Store. He's not going to come. And when I saw you walk into the Comedy Store, you were happy.
Oh, yeah.
You had a smile on your face.
Yeah, good memory.
You walked in. We bumped into Mark Maron. Did you see
Mark? I saw
Did
Mark.
you see Paulie?
I didn't see Paulie, no.
Paulie was back there, but it's funny that at one point I was watching you looking at things.
Yeah.
That was your home, Angel.
Yeah.
From what years was that your home?
That was 83 to about 87, 88.
5 hard
5
fucking
years.
years.
Yeah. Because remember, Missy had the Dunes, the Comedy Store in Vegas at the Dunes for a few years, and the headliners to close the show was me and Henry Basil. We were there almost like 3 weeks out of the month.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, Joey, you got really strong, in a short period of time. You got. The one time you opened for me, feature for me in El Paso, Texas, I told Val Reed, yo, I'm not following the guy no more. He got to have his own show. Next time he come in, he got to headline his own show because you got strong real quick.
Good time.
Yeah, real
I remember the first time I worked with you was New Year's 2000 in Miami. And I was just there. Or New Year's 98.
Before 9/11.
Yeah. It was
9/11.
New Year's 9. It was New Year's 98. Because I moved here in 97.
Oh my God, that was a New Year's Eve party.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I opened up for you and I fucking died. Because I was at the Miami Improv, but I was at the Miami Improv in July and October. So those nights, Cuban people were in the audience. So I got real comfortable and I got lazy on stage. But New Year's Eve, Cubans don't go to comedy rooms. They stay home and eat a fucking pig like normal people. Jews come out and all these white people came out. And I went up there first and just died. That was like I died a slow fucking death. And then you went up there and fucking cleaned their clocks. And that was it. I remember sitting around for New Year's Eve after I just died. And I was dating a crazy girlfriend then. The one with the black hair, the stripper. Carol. Oh, she's got kids in Miami now. But it was fucking crazy. That's what I did. I opened for Angel. And then Angel became this powerhouse in Miami. Because you know what? They brought all these people down there, but nobody saw more tickets than you.
Yeah, right.
You and Richard Jeffers sold tickets.
I had a big follow, Cuban from Hialeah.
Yeah.
They were coming. Of course, I did a lot of Cuban jokes that fit that area.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
That's what
great.
you do in that fucking
it was
area,
great.
you know?
But I don't remember that show, if you bomb, I don't remember, but I do remember that you killed in Texas, in El Paso.
Then
you
we
did
worked.
great.
Oh my God! For people who don't know, you have your regular comedy clubs. Off the record, Angel Salazar is the unofficial mayor of El Paso. It's amazing. The whole city changes. From the airport, people know he's coming into town. Like, it's fucking amazing. How long were you going to El Paso for?
Oh, for years.
You still go?
No, Barry banned me from there because, Barry,
He banned me too.
he banned you too, right? I did a movie called The Pinchy Code with Cesar Alejandro, terrible movie. I wish I could have the money to buy the movie, nobody see it. And then to make it up, he booked me some dives, some little holes in restaurant and bars in El Paso. So Barry got mad about that. And he's supposed to be a Republican and believe in free enterprise.
So now they have a new place in El Paso.
Oh, they moved again?
No. Bart Reed has his place, but they still have a new place. So you could still go. I'll give you the guy's number.
Oh, this different owner.
Yeah, Rick Mexican, whatever. They do
Oh,
the
really?
Friday night. Yeah, they have a club.
Only one night?
Friday and Saturday.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. That's good.
Rick, whatever his name is, Mexican, whatever the fuck, mixed Mexican. It's not a bad room from what I hear.
No.
It's no matter what you say, like no matter how I cut it, whether I don't talk to Bart no more, Bart developed me.
Yeah.
I became a killer in that room because it's a hard room. And Bart used to bring me down there every 6 weeks. He would call me on Monday night, Lee, to be there on Tuesday. Monday at 5.
Yeah.
You got to take the 11 o'clock bus.
Oh, you took a bus?
A bus, $35.
From where?
From L.A., downtown L.A.
Oh, my God.
To El Paso. One time, there was a bunch of Chinese people in front of me, and the air conditioning broke, and everybody started sweating, and them Chinese people were sweating that yin-yang smell, like it smelled like fucking, like soy sauce in the bus. It was fucking horrible. They had to open the top, the windows. It was every time I took a bus to El Paso, one time on the way back from El Paso, some lady gave me a big rock of Coke, fucking Coke rock. And I said, fuck it, I'm going to do half of it, and I'm going to bring them back to L.A. And I get on the bus with a T-shirt, and I get on the bus, and midway they pull you over, and they come on the bus with dogs. And they told me, they said, be careful, because there's in Albuquerque, they stop the fucking bus on the street. They just pull it over, and they search the bus. And I had to crush the rock up, and I did it in one line. But I was sitting in the back of the bus. By the time the cops got to me, I had my T-shirt off, and I was just fucking sweating.
But the dog didn't smell the Coke?
The dog just kept looking at me like the dog knew it was gone. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like the dog didn't bark. He's like, you motherfucker, you did it already.
Well, what do you do with like the baggie?
I fucking threw it out the window, ate it. I forgot what the fuck
You would
I
eat
did.
it?
Fuck yeah, I ate 1,000 of those things.
Wow.
Oh my
But
god!
you made the show for Barry?
No, I came back. I was coming back.
Oh, you were coming back. Oh.
I was coming back from El Paso.
Remember, you and me party a lot on the condo. On the condo.
God.
The condo.
That fucking condo.
One night, you the pen, you were sniffing glue, ink by the end of the night. He was sniffing ink. You remember you took the pen out of the thing? Because we didn't have no straw, and you used this thing, and there was ink in it.
Oh my God.
There was ink in it.
When you go to El Paso, you fucking snort.
Yeah.
Like
It's a
you're
big Coke
leaving
town.
any place. Listen, Houston, El Paso, Miami, any town I went to. After the first time, by the time Rochester, I snorted some coke in Rochester, dog. Anytime you got there, they were waiting for you.
Yeah, why isn't the first people to know we in town are the drug dealers? Why is that?
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I was checking the hotel, and I got messages from drug dealers waiting for me.
Waiting for you, dog. Waiting for him.
Yeah.
Waiting for me. There was the
Crazy.
same chubby guy in Houston with the tattoos and the fucking nose rings. He would be waiting for me at the club when I walked in. Wednesday night on the house. And then every night after that, and I could call him all night long. 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. El Paso, we had the chick with the big tits. The waitress, real pretty face. Real pretty face, big fucking tits. Her and her boyfriend would deliver it all night long. You just know these people.
Why did I've been meaning to ask you this because you've talked about it in your act? Why did drug dealers close? If I was a drug dealer, I'd like just fuck it, just make the delivery. I don't understand.
There's a lot of drug dealers that have certain hours. You know, in Hollywood, I had the one black dude that closed at 1.
But why would they close? It's not
you
fucking
don't-
a Taco
because
Bell.
you don't want people coming to your house at 1 in the fucking morning all night. You don't want to leave the house at 1. There's some guys that do it to a certain degree.
It's like remember the scene in Pulp Fiction when John Travolta's character goes to the guy with the Eric, wasn't it?
Eric, yeah.
From the mask. After he was closed, he went there with that chick that was dying.
Take her out of here. Don't bring no dead chicks to my house. That's rule number 1. People have rules. Let me tell you something. I know people that will not sell you shit again if you break their fucking rule. Get by the book. It's a business.
Like what are the rules? Like what are some rules?
Everybody is different.
Yeah.
There's people that are up all night. There's people you can call at 6 in the morning. And I'm like, dog, I'm in a hotel in fucking Burbank and I'm coked up. You're in fucking San Diego. I'll be there in an hour.
So Joey, let's tell the story that you told beautifully to Joe Rogan.
Okay.
Your buddy Joe Rogan.
Go ahead, tell me.
Joe Rogan has a TV show.
UFC.
Well,
The UFC.
The Factor, not a Fear Factor.
Fear Factor, too.
Fear Factor.
too.
Big hit. So Joy told a story about me that happened in
Rochester.
Rochester. It's like he was there, word by word of what happened. I was amazed. Go ahead, tell the story. Joy.
Okay, so I love Angel. You know, listen, man, comedy is, when I got into comedy, it was because I had no responsibility, Angel.
Yeah.
You know, I got into comedy after I got divorced. My child and me had been taken from me. I already lost my mother. I went to prison. I did all this stuff already, and then I got into comedy. So I became a fan of Lenny fucking Bruce. You know, listen, anybody could fucking do comedy and go out and have 3 people with them all the time. And, you know, can I get you something, Mr. Salazar? And, you know, all that shit. And then there's the guys that just do comedy and they act like a man. And I've always loved Angel's style of doing comedy. You know what the sad thing about Angel is? Angel's going to do comedy till he dies. And that's it. And he's going to do it his way. And he was in 2 of the greatest films they ever put. Carlito's Way and Scarface. One of the greatest fucking films of all time. He could go anywhere. Japan, the Philippines. He could go to a fucking igloo in Alaska. And after a week, one fucking Eskimo will go, Chi-Chi, grab the snowball. You know what I'm saying? Something. That's just the way life is, bro. Some people do that. He'll be in that. So, he, you know, when Joe Rogan goes on the road, he gets up at 7, he goes to kickbox and do groupers, and he makes a kale shake. And that's fucking great. But any idiot can fucking do that. Anybody can do that. Anybody can go to bed at 10. I do it every fucking night. I go to New York City, and I finish my show, and I go to the hotel. And I go to bed at 11:30 like a fucking asshole. And at 6, I go get oatmeal like a fucking asshole. But there's a lot of motherfuckers that do it right, the way I used to do it. Where whenever you come in, you come in. Ari still comes in when he comes in. You know, if you talk to Ari, you could call Ari at 3 in the morning. I could call Angel at 3 in the morning any night. He'll be up. He's a comedian. Comedians don't go to bed at 9 o'clock. I'm an asshole. I like going to bed early because I get up at 4. But real comedians, this guy is up at 5. So whenever guys like this go to a town, there's always a fucking story. There's always a fucking story. Do you understand me? You know how I know? Because I was that guy.
Yeah, you used to get up.
No, I used to stay out all fucking night. I could stay out all night. If there's blow and bitches and I was getting $500 a week. I don't know how I was doing it. $500 a week and buying a plane ticket and snorting and eating breakfast and drinking at bars with $300. Don't ask me how the fuck I was doing it, but I was doing it. So I go to Rochester and they're talking, the chubby guy, and that's when the other guy was the partner, the tattoo guy.
The tattoo guy, yeah.
The tattoo guy. And the tattoo guy says that, he goes, Angel Salazar was here. I go, how is Angel? He goes, oh, fuck Jesus Christ. And right, for me, I get happy. Like, I'm like, thank God there's one guy left. You know? And he's told me that you did the first show Friday night. You were fucking tremendous. You got a standing ovation, blah, 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 blah. Saturday, you came in first. First show, you come in, kill him, you get a standing ovation or some shit.
First show, yeah.
Then the second show, you go back there and you say, I got to go lay down, whatever. And then they said, wake me up at 10 o'clock. And so 9:45, they knock on the door, no fucking angel. They knock on the door again, no angel. Finally, he says they took the door off the hinges.
A knife or something. They broke the lock.
And they fucking grab Angel, and he's got like blood or foam coming out of his nose, and they grab his feet, and they're waking him up. Angel, wake up.
The show's gonna start.
The show's gonna start. And Angel's like, what are you talking about?
No. I say, what show?
What?
They say, Angel, the show's about to start. I go, what show? The guy goes, second show. Oh, I go, second show? I just did a second show. They say, no, you did the first show. So to this day, Joey, I believe that somebody put a Mickey in my drink. Really. Because
And Mickey.
How the hell I go from a standing ovation on the first show to passing out on the second show? Now it gets better. I go on the stage, and my Bruce Springsteen wig is the wrong way. They say I put it the wrong way. When I do this big, when I told the girl, you and me are going to be dancing in the dark, and I get the girl to dance with me. This girl didn't want to do it. I go, bitch, you coming up here, and I grabbed that girl. They say that I went crazy.
They said you grabbed her tits, or you put your head in her tits, and her father was there. I don't fuck. But it's something that you love to hear. It's a train wreck. That's what comedy is. It's a fucking train wreck. They weren't mad.
No.
They weren't mad. They were laughing their asses off when they're telling me the fucking story. But then they said that you passed out. They put you in the Jeep. They put your stuff.
Yeah. That's the only time where the MC closed the show.
Oh.
For the MC, the host closed the show. Because, yeah.
And what people don't know is that Angel's the last of professionals. Angel could go till 9 in the morning and then sleep till 7:30 that night, even though the show's gonna start at 8. Take a shower and get dressed as he's walking. Get there at 10 to 8, drink a coffee, and he gets dressed, and by fucking 8:30, he's ready to fucking rock. And he'll give you the best 45 minutes you've ever seen. After that, what the fuck do you give a fuck what the guy does?
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Have you been back to Rochester? I just did a few months ago. That guy's nice dude. Mark
is nice.
Mark
They're nice.
Ippolito?
Ippolito.
Yeah,
they're
nice guy.
guys.
Nice kid.
No. I haven't been going back there. I go to Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? So if you work Buffalo, they all drive anyway. I wasn't selling enough tickets in Rochester or Syracuse.
Oh.
But when you go to Buffalo, they go, fuck it. Let's spend the weekend in Buffalo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, Joe, you started doing comedy in the 90s?
I started doing comedy July of 91.
91.
And then I sat in Colorado till I got divorced in 92. And then I was the house MC at a place called The Broker.
The Broker.
In Boulder. And I stayed there till...
Do you got to experience some of the outrageous craziness of the 80s, late 80s, after 87 and 89? There was one time where the club owner would pay you either cash or coke. Say, which one you want?
No.
You never done? Oh, man.
I was way... By the time I started doing comedy, like getting paid, it was 95.
It took you 4 years?
Yeah. And clubs were still slow. Like I was getting 100 here, 200 here. But when I did it professionally, it was 95. When I said, fuck it, this is what I'm going to do for a living, was 95.
Bart Reed was the first one to headline, you know?
I don't think so.
No?
I think Joe Chadwick was in Miami. Joe Chadwick, Pete in Houston, Bart Reed in El Paso.
Yeah.
Those guys always had something going on. I had the best times of my life in El Paso.
Yeah.
I don't have enough time. I don't have... If me and you sat here and told stories individually, I don't have enough time to tell you stories about El Paso. From the first time I went there, where the house, everybody knew that it was the comics house. In 97, the whole town knew it was the comics house. So people were dropping by. Yo, my name is Lee.
Yeah.
They said to come by if I ever had an 8-ball. People would just knock on your fucking door all night. Women. Hey, is Angel here? Oh, fuck, that's next week. I'm sorry. It was like that all night, to the point where it was scary. Every night I listened to, you listen, and you'd wake up to a party. You'd come out and people were doing blow, and that's El Paso. That's the first stop the fucking cocaine hits when it comes over the border. In my line,
right.
that's the first fucking spot. You know, El Paso's one of the few places that you go to a show. It used to be Tuesday through Saturday.
Yeah, it used to be a long way. Yeah.
And I'll tell you something, man. By Wednesday night, you hook up with a chick in El Paso. And by Friday, that woman would come back with her husband on Friday night and introduce you to her husband. That's crazy shit. That's craziness right there. You had a couple bars to go to in El Paso.
Yeah.
The west side, the east side. But there was that one bar that all you had to do was walk in there.
Yeah.
And they'd throw a fucking 8-ball at you.
Right.
It was fucking crazy. There's a guy that came to the show one day, and we were talking. And you know when you want cocaine, like I wanted cocaine. And it was the late show, and I said to him, hey, do you know where I get some coke? And he goes, come with me to the car.
Yeah.
And he walked me to his Jeep, and he opened up the center compartment, and he gave me an 8-ball. And he goes, do me a favor, when you go to California, send me a headshot. Because he saw me in basketball. He gave me a bag, and he goes, every time you come to El Paso, call me, and I'll bring you something. And he did that 3 or 4 times. I can't even tell you. I should have been dead in El Paso. I almost died in Beaumont. I almost died in Houston. When you party in Texas, you got to bring it, son.
What's your favorite El Paso food place? Because every time you go to Texas, you're like, you have a certain place.
Let me tell you something. The best place I ate in El Paso was the Condo, the old comic strip. The old comic strip was my favorite one.
Yeah, the first one.
What was the supermarket on the bottom of the hill?
There was a supermarket across the street from the comic strip.
Right, but it was on the same bottom as the Condo.
Yeah.
So all you had to do was walk to the Condo. Let me tell you something. The reason I loved that club and that supermarket had Mexican food for sale. Yeah. They had food for sale. Like they had soups and but on Fridays during Lent or even without Lent, they had Yucatan fish soup. I don't have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. You could go in there with AIDS, with a missing arm, hungover, with syphilis in your asshole, and you drink that soup and you'd be healed. It was delicious. I forget the name of the place on the other side that they used to take us. The big fat comedian and Patrick Candelaria. Patrick Candelaria and his family would take us to restaurants on Friday. The Mexican food, you'd die, Lee. You would fucking die. Steam would come out of your fucking ears. Delicious. They used to be, that's the last time I ate.
Yeah.
Arby's. You and I were talking about Arby's last week.
Why did you go to Arby's then?
I don't fucking know, because it was across from the Condo. The Condo in those, Lee, you got $300 for the fucking week.
Yeah.
That's why you took a $70 bus ride. So you stayed with $230 fucking dollars. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 6 days, because you still had a fucking transport on Sunday. You had $230 fucking dollars. Divide that by 6, and you had to pay bills with that $230. So you had to get deals.
So you had like $40 a day.
The supermarket, and I had to do blow.
You had to.
You follow me? I had to do cocaine, right or wrong.
Yeah.
So you got to make this shit work. There was no Subway sandwich then. It was that place, the supermarket. It was Arby's, and it was an all-you-can-eat Chinese food.
You're forgetting one, John.
Which one?
Taco Cabana.
But Taco Cabana was by the old Condo.
By the old.
It wasn't by the
it was about a mile down.
That's delicious.
Yeah, but if I had $40 and I had that Mexican place next to me, and I went to Arby's and I told you, they'd probably punch me.
There was no Mexican place. It was a supermarket.
Yeah, so
it was a supermarket, but not every day they had good shit in there.
Oh, okay.
Someday they had tamales, but they weren't for your. The shit they had was Friday.
Friday was their day.
Yucatan fish soup. You got a thing this fucking big for $7. Talk to this fucking guy.
No, but El Paso is fun. Remember the gay guy, John?
The manager. Tremendous.
Who tell you he used to flirt with all the comedians. Tell Joe, hey, Joe, you want to take a bubble bath?
Yeah, he's crazy, John. But you know what? I love John.
Yeah.
I called John a couple times after he quit over there.
Yeah.
John used to date one of the door guys.
Yeah.
John was an older white guy, but he had a Mexican.
The Mexican boyfriend.
Younger boyfriend.
Yeah, Mexican boyfriend.
Fucking tremendous. I'm telling you, this is. As soon as you got there, the first thing you did was hug John so hard. That's how much I love John. fucking gay. I didn't give a fuck he was gay. I'd hug him, he'd torture me, and we'd fucking torture other people. And we'd go up to guys and say, John, suck his dick. Oh, we used to fucking torment him.
Yeah, we used to mess with him, yeah.
There used to be a little retarded comedian down there that during the week he would clean for Bart. Do you remember him? He was a little Mexican kid. He had a wife and 2 kids. So he was a comedian, but he also cleaned the theater at night, and he cleaned the comedy club for Bart. So Bart hated him, but Bart would torture him. So as soon as you got there, Bart would say, listen, he's going to come up to you and ask you for an intro.
Yeah.
Most intros are like you saw him in Scarface and in Carlito's Way and in Living Color.
Living Color, yeah.
Right? Coming to the stage, Angel Salazar. He wanted you to write a bio for him.
Yeah.
Oh, to make because he couldn't say it?
So just the whole thing.
No, I said, listen, just one credit, that's enough, bro.
No, but Bart would say, write a bio for him to
really?
bust his balls.
Just to mess with him.
Like 3-4
Jesus
pages.
Christ. So the kid was
I went to Catholic school, I played wiffle ball in the 3rd grade. And then, but New Year's Eve, New Year's Eve, Bart made you throw confetti because the vacuum wouldn't pick it up. So the kid would have to...
The kid, what?
That's terrible.
The vacuum wouldn't pick it up.
Yeah.
So the kid would have to sweep the confetti.
Oh, my God.
One of the best New Year's Eve I had was in El Paso, Texas.
Wow.
Because there was a waitress. It was her second night. I usually don't tell these type of stories, but fuck it. Angel Salazar here, and this is a special occasion.
I'll tell you a funny story. Willie Balsena plays that club a lot also.
Yeah.
So I'm there the week after Willie Balsena, but I came a day early on a Sunday. And this girl called from Fort Bliss. She's in the Army, right? And she called the condo. And I pick up, you go, hi, Willie Balsena? I said, no, Willie's down for the week, honey. Who are you? I'm Angel Salazar. Willie Balsena is not here, but I am. You should come by. And she go, what you look like? I look just like Willie Balsena.
And she came by.
And Willie have left baby oil and a bunch of kinky stuff. And she came over, took a taxi, came over. Beautiful girl, gorgeous, man. So she spent that and everything. A few weeks later, I see Willie Balsena at the Laugh Factory. I say, hey, Willie, I owe you for the baby oil. He goes, I heard. You used that shit I left. I say, well, you're not going to use it anymore because it'll be 6 months before you come back. But like you said, Joe, El Paso is would you think of city a party town like New York?
It's a fucking party town.
It's a party town.
What happened with the waitress?
Okay, so hold on, Angel. Let me tell you this story. So this is 2000. I'm doing comedy with Kozak the Magician.
Yeah.
When he was doing cocaine.
Yeah.
Fucking. It was a weekend of horror.
Really?
Right? Or maybe it was 99 because it was before Terry. It was maybe 99, and I'm down there. It's New Year's Eve. It's fucking dead. Maybe 100
On the
tickets.
comic strip?
Bart is pissed off. Bart's pissed off. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But the girl had started the night before. And I talked to her for maybe 5 minutes, and we didn't talk about anything. I didn't say nothing sexual. I didn't say nothing about dating. It was like it was your first night. You like it, yeah. Some guys tipped me. Some guy puked on my shoes. That type of shit. So the next night, I'm talking to her again, but in the old club. Remember, Bart's office was by the stage. I'm talking about the old club.
The old club.
The old club, and there was a thing there, which one day I fingered a girl in that little thing, a fucking chick from the audience. While Angel was on stage, she went out to get a drink. She went over to hug me or something, and I felt her waist or something. She grabbed my cock, and I grabbed her pussy. And she kept grabbing it through the jeans, and I walked her over and just stuck my hands and was fingering her in the audience room behind that door there.
Yeah.
Bart's room was there. It was a green room back there. But there was a little door there. I was fingering this lady. That's a complete different fucking night.
Right.
So this particular night, it's this girl's second thing. I usually don't tell sexual stories or sex stories. I'm an ugly dude. But I'll tell you
But
what the fuck happened.
It's late at night.
It's late at night. It's a special Sunday night edition. So I'm sitting by this door. That was where the green room was, but it was also Bart's office. So the office split. So one part would be a couch with a TV and a little refrigerator, and the other thing would be Bart's office where you went to get paid. So me and this waitress started talking, and one thing led to the other. She started talking about her pussy. And I'm like, what the fuck is she talking? You know when somebody throws you off guard, like, what the fuck are you talking about, pussy? Next thing you know, I'm fingering her too, and we go back into the thing. I take her inside of Bart's office. I eat her pussy. Then we realize it's Bart's desk. So we get up and we go into the bathroom in the green room. And in there we fuck, we suck. We're in there for 20 fucking minutes. We come out, Happy New Year. We don't know what the fuck is going on. Nobody says nothing. A couple of comedians, I don't know who the fuck I was there with. They were like, bro, where were you? And she's walking around with a twisted shirt on, and I'm walking, you know. Here's the funny thing. Within an hour, she was making out with a different guy outside.
Wow.
It was fucking disgusting. I mean, it was fucking one of the worst nights of my life. I thought it was fucking good looking. I felt good for 20 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
And she was a waitress and she quit. She never went
What
back.
did she look like?
Fucking hot. That's what she looked like.
Blonde
She-
or brunette?
She was a Mexican chick with like brown hair. She was young. She was maybe 21. I was maybe 30 something, 35. She was her second night. She's never been around the comedy world. She got hit on 1,000 times. Now she got eaten in the fucking office. She sucked a dick. You don't need that type of aggravation.
Wow.
Fucking El Paso. And Miami was just, I would go to Miami and have to sleep for a week. That's how, bro, I would go down there for 2 weeks and do blow every fucking night. And not just blow, 7 a.m. blow with wet willies and
Wet
pills
willies, I know, yeah,
and
yeah.
fucking alcohol. Miami don't close, Lee. Miami closes from 5 to 6. The News Cafe would close from 5 to 6.
Yeah, but at least you didn't miss no show. You didn't miss no show.
Never.
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 We have a mutual friend that was notorious for missing shows in Miami. Disappear. A mutual friend.
I don't know. I know George Lopez missed a show one night. He missed radio. And then your buddy from In Living Color disappeared.
Which one?
The black dude. He left in Miami. He left with Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown.
Yeah, and Bobby Brown.
You don't come back from that trip.
Yeah.
When you leave with Bobby Brown,
Tommy Davis.
Tommy Davidson
Davis, yeah.
left with Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston was
Yeah.
MIA the next night. It's tough. Listen, man, it's not when you're hooked and you're hooked on the road. I tell a story about smoking crack for 6 weeks.
Oh, really? Oh.
You know, on the way home from the comedy store,
Uh-huh.
I would stop on Selma and Orange in Hollywood. This is 15 years ago. This is when I first got here. And I didn't know. I saw, a couple of black guys standing out there. And I, gave the guy the look, and I went over and bought $20 worth of crack. And I went home. I didn't know it was crack until I got home. And then they said it was crack. So the next night I went home and bought it and smoked it. And I got hooked on crack for a while. And you know how I got clean on crack? I went to El Paso.
Really?
I went to El Paso. I did real cocaine.
Oh,
And then I stopped smoking fucking crack again.
wow.
That's how crazy my life. How the fuck do you quit smoking crack? By snorting fucking coke. That's the road. The road's tough.
That's hard because they say I never got into crack that scene, but they said that's very hard to quit. That's hard.
I didn't even have a pipe. I was smoking out of a fucking can. That's how crazy this is, that all this talk. Because once I got to the comedy store, my level went. Like once I got to LA in 97, I went from 97 straight to 2007. Then I stopped, Angel. Can you believe that I stopped?
Hey, Joey, what would happen if in the world of comedy the comedians have to do a drug test? What will happen? I don't know about now, but in the 80s, nobody will work. The comedy club will have no business.
It's amazing the amount of, listen, but it's unfair to say comedians. It's anybody at this point. And everybody's fucking on something. Except Lee. This fucking guy don't do nothing.
What are you talking? I'm so high right now.
Yeah, because you eat that. Why don't you eat another one?
No.
Let's eat another half. So you go home, you see the
I
devil.
have one half. That's fine.
Listen to that Jew music. Let me play some music for me.
So
I wanna
music.
hear
I'm not gonna play this kind of music with two old school Cuban guys. I can't play that.
Sure you can.
Okay.
What, Cuban music?
No,
he had this
he makes
music.
fun of me. I like this. I like this.
This is
It's
what you
really
went to see
bad.
last week. You went to see a nice band last week.
Listen, can they hear us in Armenia right now?
What?
Can they hear us in Armenia?
Yeah, we probably have people.
Yeah, I got my Armenian friend here. who want to say the best line from the movie Scarface. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Levan. Go ahead. Go ahead, Levan. Go ahead.
Oh God.
Where's the music? Lee? Don't look at him. Set the
Yeah.
music.
Well,
Let him do it. You set that up.
Yeah. Say. He did it.
Say hello to my little friend.
Oh shit! Look at him. You see what I'm saying? You see, Lee, what the fuck? You're slipping
What?
here. You're
What's
slipping
up?
here. It's a Sunday night special edition,
Okay.
and you're not prepared.
For what? The ad's
Prepared
playing.
to have this shit ready to rock.
Okay.
The fuck, the Angel Salazar is here. He don't need this aggravation. He could be somewhere right now getting his pipes smoking. Let me see how you dance. I can't. The earphones on.
I'm way too
Dance to the people at home. And this is 3 fucking hours. You jump up and down.
They did about an hour and a half.
And you went straight. No fucking nothing.
No. Well, we sat and watched
And you sat.
we sat and watched the opening act.
Unfucking.
So
Just club music.
That's
Yeah.
fucking some type of music.
Joy, you there in the hospital?
Yeah.
Where are you? I just me on side.
No, I'm on the floor.
On the floor. That's you.
This is me right here. That's me right there.
No, but that's you on the floor over there.
Yeah, that's me up there. The little Cuban party
Yeah.
right there. That's me right there.
Yeah, this is with Levan, the remake of the Longest Yard Burt Reynolds movie with Adam Sandler. Yes. Yeah. And there was a scene that you were eating a cheeseburger. Something with a cheeseburger. Remind me. Fresh my memory.
Listen, fuck the longest shot. We're gonna talk about some shit here.
Yeah.
So you got Scarface first, or you became a comedian first? Which was it?
Scarface first.
Okay, so did you book Scarface out of New York City or out of Los Angeles?
New York City.
What were you doing in New York at the time you got the call for the audition?
No, I was doing a play
Okay.
in LA, and some people that made the call for me, they say, "Oh, we don't want to use Mexicans." They figure because I was in LA, I was Mexican. They say we're looking for Cubans, so I say, you know what? I'm not going to wait until they come to LA. I'm going to go there. So I told the people in charge of the play, listen, I'm going to go to New York, and they hooked me up with an agent, and I auditioned in New York. Yeah, and my friends.
Did you read for Marty?
Marty Bregman, Brian De Palma. I had like 3 or 4 callbacks.
Okay.
The last one, it was on stage, me, Steven Bauer, and Pacino at the Meridian Colon Theater in Hell's Kitchen. Yeah, that was the last audition. First is the casting director, then the director, producer, you know. So the last one was to see the chemistry between
You
me
guys.
and Al and Manolo. Yeah.
Now, do you know who else was up for your role?
There's a few people up for my role.
Who was it?
One of them was Andy Garcia.
Okay, Andy.
Yeah, Andy Garcia won in the part of Chichi. A couple Mexican actors from LA. I forgot what the name. The first, besides Al Pacino, the first people to get cast in the movie was me and Steven. Yeah, we're the first one. And Marty Bregman told Steven, listen, you got it under control. You got it. I just got to see the other actors for political, bullshit they had to go through, procedures. So they saw a bunch of actors that were in and out. Yeah. Yeah.
So then, okay, so now you went to the 4th audition. When did they call you and tell you had the role?
Not long, within a few days.
And when did you start shooting? You started shooting in Miami first, correct?
No, first shooting was in California.
In California.
Yeah.
And how long did you shoot in California for?
About 2 weeks in California. Then we went to Miami for 3 weeks.
And what scenes did you shoot in California?
Let me think. The only scene we shot in Miami was the chainsaw, the motel.
Right.
The motel, the Cuban sandwich where they working. That was in Miami. But most of it was in California, studio. All the studio they shot in Miami, all the exterior. Yeah. But I don't know what happened. I heard different story. They say that the Cubans were upset that they do a movie about drug dealers, about Cubans, and they didn't want the crew there. So all kinds of story. But I think it's money because it was cheaper for them to shoot in Universal Studio in the lot than on location. Oh, we were 2 weeks in Santa Barbara. Oh, and then New York another week. Remember the bomb underneath the car?
Yes.
That was New York 1 week, yeah.
And then what did you shoot in Santa Barbara? Sosa's house?
Sosa house, going to Colombia, yeah. Yeah, that was a big house, big mansion. Now, the house where Pacino lived at the end, right, when he dies in the pool, the exterior is in Coral Gables, in Miami, but inside is in Universal Studio. Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
It was inside Universal Studio. Yeah.
What's up, Lee?
This just really hit me right now. So it's funny because you offered Angel one of the medical marijuana cookies, and you talked about partying and stuff, but you're like, no, I don't no medical marijuana cookies.
You know what? We should stick to the drugs we know, and we know. Last week in Reno, one of the comedians gave me a paper, marijuana paper to the thing. Bro, I had a trip that I didn't enjoy. I got scared. I was nervous. Because it just lasted all night. I was tripping, and I asked the guy, "What the fuck did I take?" Because it just didn't. I'm not used to it, so no marijuana for me.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So how long in between the last shot did it take for the movie to get released? Because I was living in Colorado. Okay, I was done. I was living in Colorado. I was a burglar. I was going to school, and I landed in Newark. February 1st of 1984. And the first thing, they get my luggage, we get in the car, my friends are smoking pot, they're doing coke, and they go, did you see Scarface yet? And I go, no, what are you talking about? And they go, it's a new Pacino movie, and went to see it in Secaucus. I mean, I didn't even go home to eat, nothing. We went from the airport right to Scarface. And we went to the 1 o'clock or the 2 o'clock or the 3 o'clock in Secaucus. And it was sold out. It was packed.
Really?
We had a seat. We had to sit by ourselves. That's how fucking packed the movie was.
It was released on Christmas.
Christmas.
And the joke was, Merry Christmas from Universal Studio. That was a joke. Because it's a violent movie. Come out on Christmas. It's supposed to be a family week. Yeah. Merry Christmas from Universal Studio.
And did your life change immediately?
Yes. Yes. Especially women and cocaine were free. Yeah, were free. Yeah, you know there was a lot of gangster, lot of big time gangster in Miami on the set, hanging out with us.
No shit.
Yeah. I one guy during lunchtime, around 7 o'clock at night, we broke for lunch. He said, "Come on for a ride, let's go." No, so I go in his car. We got stopped by the cops because one of the lights was not working or whatever. The cops look around and give him a ticket. And the guy, we go and the guy go, "Oh my God, we came so close. We are so lucky." I go, "What?" He said, "Let me show you something." On the trunk, he had 2 Uzis. In the trunk that the cops didn't see. Can you imagine? I would have been in jail for accomplice, no? Jesus Christ, Joey. And one guy took me to his house in Miami. He said, "You know, the movie you're doing, the stuff on the movie is not real. Let me show you something." And he showed me a kilo. You have some crazy people hanging out on the movie set, bro.
Oh, Miami was fucking crazy.
In the 80s.
In 1984, it was fucking crazy, man. It's hard to believe that, like, there were regular people who just did the math and figured out they could sell blow. So they would get people like your dad would just one day pick up and get 30 grand and go to Miami and think he was going to get in the cocaine business and take a plane back to Boston and try to sell it. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah. The one guy that became a millionaire for making the cigarette boats, the one that's skinny and go very fast, he did it for the drug dealers. And it became like a fashion. Remember Miami Vice?
Yeah.
So everybody started buying it.
Right,
the cigarette, they were fast. You ever seen those?
Yeah.
The cigarette boats?
It's really amazing what Scarface did. It just blended. It came out. The timing was spectacular.
Yeah.
It was, because the Cubans had come over in 80. Like, that whole thing went down in 79. But the Cubans started showing up in 80. Like, by fucking 83, they were everywhere. I remember getting weed on 160th in Amsterdam. And these motherfuckers were dark, and I thought they were black. And they were Cuban. I'm
Really?
like, what
Wow.
the fuck? Now, how old were you when you came from Cuba?
I was like 14,
And where did you
15.
go from? What part of Cuba?
Guantanamo, Oriente.
To where?
To the Navy base, the 6 mile across.
Right. And then where did you move to immediately? New York
Well,
City?
at that time there was a house in Miami called La Casa de la Libertad, Freedom House, where they put the Cubans until they find a place for them. Some go to Connecticut, some went. So I said, I want to be an actor. I want to go to Hollywood. So they found me a house in Orange County. Orange County?
Now, you were by yourself or with your mother?
No, with what they call foster parents.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I became 18, I went to New York to study acting. It's so funny because I went to Lee Strasberg. Steven Manolo, he went to Stella Adler. You know, the method acting.
Right.
Yeah, so I went to New York for that. And then came back to LA to do plays and things like that. But when I came from Cuba, I know what I want. I want to be an actor. There was no plan B.
At 14,
Yeah.
you knew it.
I knew what I wanted. Yeah, I knew what I wanted. So, yeah.
Where's the rest of your family?
Cousins, uncle in Miami, but most of the family is still in Cuba.
No shit.
Yeah.
And you gone back.
I went back twice.
And what do you think?
The people are content. They don't talk politics. They seem very happy. How the hell they seem content? I don't get it because there's some time of the day where they have no water, some time of the day they have no electricity, but it's like nothing bothers them. You won't be able to live like that, right?
No.
They adapt. They adapt.
They're happy.
They adapted. But here's the thing. When I went to Guantanamo, right, the first time, the first thing I asked my brother, where are the white people? Because a lot of the white folks left. So Castro is being supported by the peasant from the countryside. And, you know, yeah, all the middle class people left. You know?
So it's all dark.
Well, not all dark 100%, but there's, yeah. Listen, a lot of those people, middle class people that live houses, real nice houses, and if you get the house to some poor black guy from the ghetto, of course he's going to be supporting Fidel, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
So they say, well, when communism ends in Cuba, when it's over, and the Cubans are going to go back to Cuba and reclaim their houses. Yeah, right. Who's going to get them people out of the houses they've been living there for 40 years, right? No way.
40 fucking years.
Yeah, no
50
way.
fucking years.
No way, because that's what he did. Same thing in Russia. Didn't they do that in Russia? They give the houses to the poor people and have like 10 people living inside.
That was a long time.
Long time ago?
Yeah. When Lenin did the revolution.
Yeah, the revolution, yeah.
Now you gotta pay rent. They don't fuck around in Russia, Jack.
No?
10% every fucking day.
They got to pay rent now?
Somebody knocks on your door every day. What's the yum yum juice, bitch?
Yeah.
We're showing up and we don't want no cafe cubano.
No cafe
motherfucker.
cubano.
It's amazing that I still have a sister there.
Oh, yeah?
I recently got in touch with a lot of people. You know, I got in touch with cousins. My cousins are in the national band. You know, Ekis. And,
Really?
yeah, man, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
They're all musicians. So
Wow. Hey, you ever saw Celia Cruz in concert?
I saw Celia Cruz at my mother's bar.
Oh, really? At your mom's
I
bar?
was a little kid.
Coño, qué cosa.
Drinking at the bar.
¿De
laughing.
verdad?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, when I was a little kid.
Y ella pidió azúcar.
The real stuff. Not the fake stuff. The real fucking stuff. Yeah, this is no shit. When I
Wow.
was a kid,
Celia
My-
Cruz is the queen of salsa.
I know her.
Cuban lady.
She
And
passed away.
Yeah, she passed away. And she swear, I'll never go to Cuba until Fidel is gone. And she never went
she
back.
never went back.
She was at your birthday party, right?
Yeah, my mother had a bar on 29th and Bergen Line. And, you know, she knew a lot of those people. So they would come to the bar. I saw Celia a couple times. I never seen her perform. I saw her at like a social thing.
Oh, wow.
Like a social type situation. She'd go to the bar for 15
Yeah.
minutes. She'd have a driver outside, you know. Stuff like that. I was really fortunate when I was
Yeah.
a young kid to be around.
There's a, I believe there's one Cuban trumpet player, very famous Cuban, that Andy Garcia helped him
Right.
to come here.
Cachao and all those those guys.
Yeah, one of those
He
guys.
plays the bass. I got one of his songs at
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah. And Celia Cruz, not Celia Cruz, Gloria Estefan, when, remember, a lot of the Marielitos were sent back and they didn't know what to do with them, and they were stuck in Guantanamo for a while. And Celia Cruz went there, not Celia Cruz, Gloria Estefan went there to do a free concert.
And she got him out.
No, I don't know if she got them out, but she went there to entertain those Cubans that were holding in there. Cause,
That's very nice of him.
yeah.
Speaking of music,
Oh, shit. It's our usual little Tony Bennett.
Yeah, Tony Bennett, mira. My Armenian business partner is going to take over. I'm going to use the bathroom. Okay.
Wait, what's the story? You're sitting there.
I'm pretty high right now.
You're always fucking high.
I know, you always see
Can't
me
not have you
apples.
coughed?
Not really that much.
Who takes care of you like me? You think it's those fucking Stamin, your CVS cough drops you got there?
It might be.
No. What flavor are they?
Honey something?
Yeah, right.
Honey lemon?
Hummus and fucking Ogats juice. And you know what they do for your throat?
What?
Nothing. It's that fucking weed I told you relaxes you. You're not all tight like a mook. That you came in all tight like a Martian. You all serious tonight?
When was I
You
serious?
know why? Because you didn't see the wife this weekend.
I did. We had lunch
You went down
yesterday.
there and ate, but you didn't give her a stab in the hallway and pull her hair. You're a Jew. You need that fucking monkey every
No.
day.
What am I going to do with the mom? I can't.
Fuck the mom. Give her $5. Tell her to go around the corner and get cheese or whatever the fuck.
And what? The room that has pictures of the Virgin Mary and crosses
Fucking
everywhere and the
don't.
dead dog on the counter?
Look, just turn the lights off and jizz in the tits. I don't fucking know what to tell you, cocksucker. I'm just trying to help you out here. And then Giles, I love you, cocksucker. Bobby Powers, Connor Wilson, Dead Squad.
All of it.
Or everything at Dead Squad. I love you. Charlotte, Leon Vega, I love you, cocksucker. Dan Pizzini, Joyce Gugu Bai, and Rob Fitzpatrick, you bad motherfucker. Over here giving you some shout outs because I love you. Had a great weekend with the family.
What do you do?
I did everything. You know,
What didn't I
baby's at
do?
a point in her life right now where it's fucking amazing. It really is. The wind is out of my sails. Did you see Terry's eye yet?
What happened?
I go to fucking physical therapy right on Friday. By the way, for people asking, the knee is tremendous. I went last Friday. The knee's at 125. The other knee's at 135. Once the knee hits 130 for the curve, I'm done. It's a 12-week program. They're gonna kick me out after 3 or 4 weeks.
How long can you do on the bike now? Because you started off
I
at like
did
5
30.
minutes. Wow.
I did 30 today. I hit the bag for 10. I knocked the bag. The bag is done at the Y.
You're like
And
Captain
I
America.
did all my regular exercises, you know, toe raises and
Toe raises?
squats, and you gotta get a ball and lay on your back, and leg raises. You gotta strengthen the muscles around the kneecap, and then you gotta do all these basic shit. That's all it is, Lee. It's just basic stuff. I finally got the machines, a squat machine with no weight. I do 3 sets of 10. I do the leg extension and the leg curl, 3 sets of 10. And I did the elliptical for 1 minute. 1 minute.
Gotta start somewhere.
Tomorrow will be 3 minutes. Wednesday will be 5.
Are you doing the regular one, or they have this new fancy one that's like you're climbing up? That one looks fucking hard.
I don't want to put no stress on my knees. I
Yeah.
just had surgery. Tuesday will be 2 weeks, you know, so I'm not in business to be GSP or anything.
Yeah.
I'm trying to develop this slow and along the way. Fucking Friday, I was on the phone with John Budd from VMAC. Mm-hmm. You know, we're talking about jiu-jitsu. And he goes, "Are you going to come to the beginner class tonight?" And I actually forgot. Like, I was like, you know what? That's not a bad idea. I'll be there at 7 o'clock. And I hang up with him, and I go drive around, and it just dawned on me that I just told John that I was going to go to jiu-jitsu class tonight. And I was too embarrassed to call him back and go, "John, I just had fucking surgery."
Yeah.
You know? But
It's kind of hard because I haven't been able to go to the gym this week And I even asked the nurse, because someone said to me, "Oh, just sweat." Oh, the mother-in-law said you should go sweat it out. And so, just for the sake of it, I asked the doctor. I said, "Hey, does that work?" And she said, "No." She said that during the summer, a lot of people want to be active, so they come in saying, "I've been sick for 3 months, but I'm working out." So she said, "Don't do it."
Don't do it. I know for a fact that. Listen, I've done it 1,000 times, but here's the deal: a couple times when I was trying to lose weight, I did it, and I got sicker. So what the fuck is sometimes to move forward, you go back. So what's you know what I'm saying? Just take the week off, do something else. Work on push-ups in your house, turn the air conditioning low. Don't really break a sweat. Breaking a sweat is the whole thing. When the fucking sweat's on your shirt, now you're in your car. You know, it's all part of it. So just take a couple of days off.
No, I'm fine. Actually, I've lost weight, but it's...
No, you're looking good. Look at you. Flex for these people at home. Show them the muscle. Have you started lifting yet? You popped the handlebars yet? You got from the black market?
Where else are you going to get them?
That's what I'm saying. You got to start doing these steroids you got or what? You said by the end of the year you're going to look like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like a Jew Arnold Schwarzenegger with muscles on top of muscles.
That'd be great.
That's right.
With the yarmulke on, though. You got to have the yarmulke.
Gotta have the yarmulke on. What the fuck? But no, everything is...
So how's Mercy doing? She's almost...
She's 20 months tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's
wow.
how she's doing.
Well, just past a year and a half.
She's about to drive next month. What the fuck do you think she's doing?
I don't know. Like, when has she done new?
Like, take a look at Montessori. It was very nice. We'll have to put her in there 2 days a week. She went in there like a soldier.
They're starting preschool already?
Yeah, she's going to start preschool in January, though. Once
Wow.
she gets potty trained, we're in the process right now of her shit in the toilet.
Is that hard?
Oh, she pisses and shits everywhere else. She's washing the cat.
I had a...
She pissed outside the bathroom door the other day. My aunt was over there with the towel. Like fucking Carrie's mother with the fucking towel. Cleaning up something. I guess she shit in the tub 2 nights ago. It's a kid, man. She's a fucking kid. A lot of fun. You got kids, brother?
Yes, I do.
How many?
2.
2. They're a lot of fun. And I'm 50 fucking 1. Where am I going? I gotta chase a fucking 20-month-old. She's lightning, bro.
Fast, yeah.
Lightning. It's tough. The last 2 weeks have been a little tough with her since I had the surgery. I think I'll do a little better this week. I'll have a little bit more movement.
You're not going to get that leash for the kids?
Nah, but I'm happy. Everything's going well. I've been writing the thing for Ari. I'm performing the 15th at the Cheetah.
Oh, okay.
So this is not happening. And then on the 18th to the 20th, I'm at the Bray Improv with Matt Fultron and my man D'Agostino. Then the following week, I'm at Gotham Comedy Club in New York, New York. We ain't fucking around.
Late shows, right?
Late shows, 12:45, Friday and Saturday.
Shut the window toward
Take
times
the woman
2.
out to dinner, then come on down to Gotham. And then we got the Laugh Factory starting October 8th. I'm hosting a new Death Squad series. Once a month, we're going to do the podcast.
Oh, cool.
A little singing, a little dancing. You know, we try, people.
Which one?
Huh?
Which Laugh Factory?
The one in fucking Long Beach. Did
Okay.
I say that?
No,
Yes,
you
I
didn't.
did. Yes, I did. Take the 710, wash your pussy. We'll be down there. But besides that, everything is on target, man. The podcast is going great. You're losing weight. The holidays are coming up. You know?
Yeah.
What the fuck? And we're still writing a book. The book, me and Jessica still putting the book
How's she
together.
doing? She doing good?
Jessica was in Colorado for a few days, and I keep having to give a shout out to the dispensary she works at in San Diego. I think it's Alpha. They gave me a couple containers of weed that was smoking weed.
Tremendous?
Tremendous. Like some purple shit and a PR they had, like a private reserve.
Uh-huh.
I like smoking again. I really do. I don't
Out of
smoke-
what? Pipe?
I smoke out of a pipe. I don't smoke a third of what I used to fucking smoke. Like if I get a gram from fucking that Sunset place on Burbank, it lasts me 4 fucking days now.
Is it hitting you? Because I remember when you stopped, you were like, I was smoking 4 joints and nothing.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. The pipe is fucking immaculate. The pipe is always spotless clean. So nothing sticks to the pipe inside. That's the
You're like
secret number one.
D'Onofrio and Full Metal
I
Jacket.
fucking clean that thing like D'Onofrio. This is my pipe. This is only my pipe. This is the only one I'll ever have. I soaked
Without
that
me,
motherfucker.
I am nothing. Without
I
my
soaked
pipe.
that motherfucker in 2 alcohols last week. And I said, I'm going to smoke with a clean pipe. And every time I go out there now, I clean it after I smoke. I go out there, I take 1 pipe full in the morning. Like, not when I get up. See, the secret was I was waking up and hitting the pipe and hitting it right in the morning. Your lungs wouldn't even have a chance to fucking grow and breathe. I was just killing my lungs in the morning. Now I relax. I get a little coffee. I eat some breakfast. I take a shower. I make a few calls.
Like a gentleman.
Then I fucking drop a little fucking
Number. Gadoots.
a number, and then I go on and do my business. Then I don't smoke again at 10. I don't smoke again at 11. I smoke again like 7:30 at night. Bam!
You can't walk on one leg.
Then I go do a spot. I go run errands, whatever the fuck I do at night. And about 11:30,
It's the bang.
bam! Again with a cup of coffee. Who's better than Uncle fucking Joey? You follow me? So it's saving my lungs. I'm excited about going back to jiu-jitsu. I was reading last week. I've been doing these exercises with the ball.
Okay.
You know, those big balls that you see?
Yeah.
I've been doing these leg exercises for my knee. But then they made me do these hip things. So I got my friend Salami gave me the Andre Galvao book.
Okay. Who's he?
Is he at the door? Andre Galvao is a jiu-jitsu guy that just beat Chael Sonnen.
Oh, okay.
Metamoris. I don't know if it's him. Where the fuck did he go? He's probably taking his shit. Who the hell knows? He just beat Andre Galvao and Metamoris. And he has this book on how to be a better jiu-jitsu guy in 1 year.
Okay.
He has all these drills in the book and whatnot. And he's got a whole section of what the stuff he do with the medicine ball. So I started doing that a little bit, just to work on my fat stomach, just to get a little stronger around the core. I got no complaints, man.
Yeah.
Last week I had a great week of sets at the store. You know, I'd been bombing there. I've been bombing at the store for 2.5 weeks. I had to get like we said before, that store has it's a tough fucking room. You know, if you
Has an energy.
It's a weird energy. And I tell you, last week I did 3 spots in there, 2 at the Laugh Factory. I did 1 in Hollywood and 1 at the and it just feels good. It feels good to get out there and write comedy again, you know.
How long has it been since you've gone out? Because it was a while. It was months when you're doing just weekends. How long has it been since you done workout sets?
Listen, I'm gonna be as honest as I can with you. I moved here in '97, and Lee, I can't not lie to you. I can't look in the eye and lie to you. We were a team, and when I got here, I didn't think I took a night off for about 3 or 4 years.
Shit.
I just didn't see it. That was the work. That was the work ethic. At least it was for me at the time.
It's only like 15, 20 minutes.
When I met Rogan, that's not, no. Remember, in those days, I was Sam Tripoli, me, Sam. We didn't go on till 1.
Oh, so you just had to hang out all night.
1.
Okay.
No, we didn't hang.
Okay.
Only fucking stiffs hung.
Oh, okay.
You set your night early. So at 8 o'clock, you get in your car and you would warm up a set at some open mic.
Okay.
No money, whatever, just warm up a set.
So you did like a full shift every night.
Every fucking night. And then I would drive to one of Felipe's rooms or one of Willie Barcelona's rooms. And I would fucking, and I would do a set there or 2 sets. And then Fly would have a room. And I would do one of Fly's rooms. And then now I would go get $80, $60, $80, maybe $150 some nights. And then I would get to the store. And it really doesn't matter what time you get there. I'm the 1 o'clock set. I'm 1 a.m. So even if I get there 1:15, it doesn't matter. There's going to be a fucking stage for me, you know. Now they give me 11 o'clock spots, you know. It's amazing how you work yourself up the ladder. So it's been an experience, man. It really has.
You've been excited the past few nights.
Very fucking excited. No, I mean, listen, I was coming here and I was not preaching about getting out of your comfort zone would be disgusting. And I was living it. You know, I was going to bed at 10. I was writing minimally, you know. If I'm home during the week, I would get a set of John Lovitz on Saturday, maybe the Ha Ha on Wednesday. Listen, when you're doing stand-up, you cannot grow on 2 sets a week. And I know this going in. I knew this from being here. You just heard Angel Salazar said that I got really strong in a short period of time. Because it's not how many people you shoot, it's who you shoot. You know, you have to mix up your sets. You just can't go to one place when you're fucking starting out and expect this huge things to come. You got to go to different venues to test your material. You were there when I was doing the cat bit. You've heard the cat bit in front of Death Squad people. Mm-hmm. It's gold. At the Comedy Store, it died 2 times in front of you.
Yeah.
You understand me? I had to adjust. And that's what stand-up comedy is. You're back. Look at you. You're back like fucking AC/DC in 1981.
Did you check that place out when you were in Reno? The cat house?
No, I never went to a cat house. It's in Reno, right?
Yeah.
It's like the Master Ranch.
Yeah, the Bunny Ranch.
The Bunny Ranch.
Yeah, get closer to the mic, Papa.
Yeah. Anyway, Joey, Joy. So when we're gonna do a show together, brother, you and me?
Whenever you want, bro.
Yeah, let's do
Do
it.
something in Miami.
Let's do something in Miami.
Maybe no. I got New Year's already. Where are you for New Year's?
I am in Cleveland, Ohio.
Again?
Yeah, different club.
Which club are you then?
It's outside Cleveland. It's like 45 minutes from Cleveland, near Akron.
Near Akron.
What was it?
Is it on your schedule?
Yeah, it's on my schedule, yeah.
Look at the schedule. Now, are you still working every week, Angel?
I'm working every week, but the past 3 weeks has been decent money. What I mean decent money is the money that we used to, close to what we used to get paid 10 years ago.
Right.
Because the few months ago I was doing those Mickey Mouse gig one night at a nightclub, at a restaurant, with like $300. You know, it's coffee money. So it's nice to make some decent money, right?
And you still get a lot of people that come to see you in a lot of markets. Still a lot of Latins come to see you, crazy
A lot of Latins, and believe it or not, when I do places like Atlantic City, the casino, a lot of my fans are older people. For some reason, the old folks like my show too.
Well, we're old folks now.
Yeah.
We're fucking old folks now. Now, what happened to El Barrio and all that shit?
Oh, El Barrio, man. We came close to get a deal, but it didn't happen. We came close to get a deal, but John Leguizamo beat us with a House of Bugging that he did for a few months.
Yeah.
It was basically the same show.
Same fucking show.
Yeah. Hey, it's who you know sometime in the business, right? He had a connection with HBO. Yeah.
He still has a fucking connection with HBO. He keeps rewriting the same shit.
Yeah. Hey, Joey, why did Carlos Mencia, the mine of Mencia, close down? It shut down. Why?
He did 6 years. He did his
They did how many years?
5 or 6, right?
No way, not that long.
Yeah.
I thought it was only like a year or two.
No, they did a couple seasons.
Really? David Tyree was one of the writers.
I'm not sure. I know Chris McGuire was on
He
there.
did 4 seasons.
4 seasons.
Or 4 years, 05 to 08.
It could have been how many episodes?
Let's find out. Not very good IMDb reviews.
You know, I'm working
52.
I'm working next month in Denver for the first time. You know, I started in Denver.
Yeah, right.
And I'm working at the Improv. And I wanted to work with Jimmy Abeda. You know Jimmy Abeda? Mexican kid. You know Jimmy.
I heard the name, yeah.
You know Mexican kid. Real nice kid. He's been in Denver for doing comedy for 20 years, you know. And I wanted to use him. And I fought real hard for Jimmy. I said it would be a 2-headliner show, you know. And Jimmy was one of those guys that got me started. When I first started, Jimmy got me on the HBO tour with Carlos, you know. And at that time, it was you, it was Carlos, you know. It's amazing. Things have changed, and you're still doing your thing. Carlos is still doing his. You know, Carlos did well for himself for a long time.
Carlos did great.
He did great.
He did great.
You were too young to. He did
He
great.
did great.
I remember.
He did great.
He did great. In
Fast, yeah, very fast.
2000, from 2000 to 2007, 8 years. Even before that. Because I opened for Carlos in 1994 with
Really?
Jimmy Abeda. And Carlos was already
Yeah, he was already established, yeah.
already selling 2,000 seats, 1,800.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Denver. Abso-fucking-lutely. It's amazing how he lasted
Yeah.
for a long time. And, you know, say what you want to say. You know, he was one of the pioneers.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't talk to him a lot. I didn't talk to him at the store when I got there, you know.
I saw him at the Ice House, and he's super skinny. I didn't recognize him. Somebody had to tell me who it was.
When was this? A couple weeks ago?
No, it was years. It was when Felicia was there.
It's just,
Joe, you did a documentary? Somebody told me that they downloaded the documentary you did.
him and I did a doc. I went back and I showed my mother's grave, and I interviewed some of my friends in New Jersey. That's it. Very
That was
simple.
it? Oh.
That was it.
It was not a comedy documentary? Oh.
You know, man, I do enough comedy. I want
Yeah.
people to see who the fuck I was,
Oh.
you know?
You-
And it was brief. We're trying to do another one. You know, we're trying.
Yeah.
We're in the process right now or doing 2 or 3 more, but you know, it takes time.
Yeah.
And
What is Joe Rogan doing nowadays?
he does a podcast. He does the UFC. You know,
This is called podcast.
podcasting.
What's that mean?
It's a show, like a radio show, only in a different medium. It's a podcast. People download it every other day. So tomorrow, Monday at 3 in the afternoon, 1,000, a couple thousand, 100,000 people will be having me in the living room.
Wow. Manolo did a couple weeks ago.
Manolo
Steven.
Steven did Beauty and the Beast. He did the one I had with Felicia.
Oh, but not the same one.
Not this one. This is a different one.
Oh, the Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, that's the one I was doing 2-3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
This is the new one. This is the new Angel.
Yeah, how many weeks you been doing it here?
At this place, 3 months.
3
right?
months.
Yeah, but we've done. This is like 211.
This is like 200.
And we do about 2 a week, sometimes 3, but mostly 2. So
Yeah.
2 a week.
Really? Have you ever done it where you go to a comedy club and you interview comedians after the show? After
No.
they're done? Never?
Nah.
No? So much work?
Who wants to talk after the
After,
fucking show?
yeah, that's true.
I just did fucking 2 hours. You want to ask me questions about my
Yeah.
childhood,
Yeah,
and
that's
who my
true.
wife is, and you know what the fuck? I
That's
don't-
true. That's true.
You still living in the Bronx?
Well, yes and no. Yes and no. I was living in Brooklyn for a while.
Brooklyn. For how
They-
long?
For about 12, 15 years. They sold the house and the new landlord didn't want a tenant. So I'm staying in Brooklyn and in Bronx. Everything that I own is on storage. Because I'm going to be moving to the West Coast for a few months. You know, I'm going to stay here for a while. So everything that I own is on storage. And so I'm staying with a girl in the Bronx.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna come back to LA?
Come back to LA, yeah, because this place smells like money.
Really?
I can smell the money.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're shooting a lot of things in New York now, Cheech.
They are, that's what I heard.
A lot of shit.
That's what I heard.
You know, I shoot a couple 40 pilots this year and some
Yeah.
films, and
That's what I heard. Yeah.
all right.
Are you working on anything?
I'm not working on dick.
Nothing?
I'm working on the podcast. I'm gonna go on the road for a few weeks.
Yeah.
I'm writing a book with a friend of mine, Jessica. I'm doing a couple things, and I'm happy. I have a baby. I
Oh,
have
that's
a
right.
19-month-old baby.
You talk about that at the Laugh Factory the other night. Yeah,
I
you
have
did.
a baby. I have no time, really. I can't really make plans. I don't
Yeah.
know. When I walk in the house, I don't know what I'm going to walk into. The other day, a friend of mine called me, goes, "Dog, I'm in your neighbor. Let's do lunch." I said, "I'm headed home. For starters, it'll take me 15 minutes to put ice on my knee. But I got to be honest with you, I don't know what I'm walking into. I may be walking into her not sleeping and
Yeah.
she wants to jump on my lap. Or I might walk home and she might be fucking sleeping. And that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you never know, bro.
But you can go to not far from Los Angeles, Vegas, and do shows in Vegas.
I
no?
do shows across the country. I'm going to New York in September.
Yeah.
I'm going to Denver in October, in Baltimore, in Miami. I'm going to fucking Portland and Philadelphia. Oh, I'm traveling.
Oh, okay, okay.
When I travel, my wife stays with the baby.
Yeah,
you know,
right,
and,
right.
And it's okay. I mean, I miss her, but I have to go work.
Yeah,
You know, I love doing
work.
stand-up comedy, and this is what the fuck we do. This is how the lights stay on. So,
Yeah.
así como se yo prendo la luz, compadre. This is how the
¿Verdad?
fucking
Sí,
light
no.
stays on.
Sí.
I can't switch governments at this fucking age, Lee. What the fuck would they think, Lee?
if you switch governments, they would hate that.
What would they think? So, do you have a lot of things planned in LA now that you're moving here?
Well, I wrote a movie called Cuban Sandwich,
Okay.
and I'm pitching it right now to a few people in LA. So that's my number one project that I'm doing.
Okay.
And then I do the road for money to pay bills. Yeah, because you can't pay bills just working in LA or New York City. You know,
No,
that's
no.
coffee money.
Yeah, you gotta
travel.
get out there and work, and
Yeah.
and it's good to go out. Listen, when you're a stand-up comic, that's what you do. You know, I don't fucking like getting up at 3:30 on a Wednesday morning and driving to LAX and looking for a parking spot and taking an edible and checking in and hoping to get an upgrade and flying. You know, it's not something that I aspired to do when I was fucking growing up. But that's the job of a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do. You have to fucking get up. You have to write jokes. You have to perform. You have to stay healthy. You know, you got to worry about your health. You can't be fucking eating bad pussy. You know, you eat bad pussy, you got a throat infection. Who wants to talk to you? Who's gonna listen? Your breath smells like dick. You know what are you gonna do, Lee? How you gonna act?
Bad pussy smells like dick.
Whatever the fuck it smells like. I don't know what it smells like. I'm just trying to talk to you here, Lee. Angel, it was a fucking pleasure. Un placer having you on the
Gracias,
show.
mi hermanito, gracias.
Like I said, you made it possible for me to know I had a chance. Do you know what I'm saying? There wasn't a lot of Cubans doing this shit. I bumped into Andy Garcia in Denver in '94, but I think you made it seem more attainable for me than Andy Garcia.
Oh, really?
You let me know that I could do it. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, brother.
Hey,
Ever since I seen Scarface and I heard the voice, oye, hacer ponle más jamón.
jamón.
And I
Así me
know that
sale.
that's him. And, you know, I always knew that was him, and I liked how he said it. So there's certain Cubans I fucking can't stand. I like you, dog. You're the real deal.
Thank you, Papa.
The rest
Gracias.
of these motherfuckers, they don't know dick about dick. Let me give a shout out to the sponsors. We'll get out of here.
Yeah.
Try this marijuana if you're gonna go home.
What is that? What is that?
That's a Green Hornet by Gummy Bear. First sponsor on it, helping me out with Strong Bone. They don't fuck around while I'm healing between the ice, between the fucking Aleve and Strong Bone. They're helping me out. I gotta be honest with you. Somebody said sent me an email last week and asked me how my knee was and said they're recovering from a shoulder injury, and Strong Bone help them out. If you're recovering from an injury and you want to give it a shot, I'm not talking about your leg is broken and you don't want to go to the fucking hospital, so you want to buy Strong Bone to mend it. Don't be a fucking jack off. I'm talking about you sprained your ankle and you want to help that up situation. You're putting ice on it. You're staying off it. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. You're taking care of yourself. You're drinking water. You're stretching your feet. Go to Onnit.com. See what they got to offer you. Alpha Brain. They got the Hemp Force protein shakes. They got the Immune. They got, what's the name?
Shroom Tech
Immune. Shroom Tech
Sport.
If you want to fucking run up hills and do backflips like Circus
Who
du
doesn't?
Soleil. Listen, did I ask you?
Yes,
Go
you
to
might- you did.
Onnit.com if you're interested, and you're gonna be interested if you read up, if you know what the fuck it is. It's not a vitamin B. It's not a supplement. It's optimization. You're gonna be a bad motherfucker. Go to Onnit.com and press the code word
Church.
Church, bitch. CHURCH. Get 10% off. Let's say you want it sent to your house every month, like my people at Dollar Shave Club. Go to StayOnIt.com, get an extra 10% off, and it gets mailed right to your fucking house. Who's better than you, Angel?
That's
Number
right.
2, Dollar Shave Club. Why do you want a razor that has a flashlight on it and a finger that you stick up your ass and a nose trim? You don't need that shit. All you need is 2 pieces of fucking metal that's sharpened and you shave. Why you want to go stand online like a fucking mook and lose weight when you could be getting your dick sucked? What would you rather do? Get your dick sucked or stand online? That's how I'm helping you. I'm helping you to get your dick sucked. Go to Dollar Shave Club right now. Right now, today. Look at the options you got. You got $1, you got $6, and you got what, $8?
$9.
Let me get one of those waters. You see, I'm over here seeing fucking camels. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing fucking camels. I'm so dry over here.
You have to. Just tell me.
Because I'm stoned to the gills.
Me too. All right, we're back
All right.
for $9.
Dollar Shave Club. You're gonna go over there. $1, $6, or
$9.
$9, and you're gonna pick the package that you want, whatever options. You want one razor. You want that. Let me tell you something. It's the best razor. I still shave with Dollar Shave Club. I don't fuck around. I still get the razor sent to my house. In fact, sometimes I shave them. Sometimes they go for 2 weeks. That's how good a quality it is. Why you gonna let me go to Dollar Shave Club? Give it a shot. Why you listening to me for? How many times I gotta fucking tell you? Go to Dollar Shave Club right now. Go to the box and press
Church.
CHURCH. Get $1, $6, or $9 a month. You're paying too much for fucking razors. Cut this shit. Get your fucking life together. Number 2, Hulu Plus. I love you, cocksuckers. Hulu Plus, you're changing lives. You're saving money for people. And at the end of the week, that's what the church of what's happening now. Not only can you come on here and listen to Angel Salazar, a.k.a. Chichi, a.k.a. fucking La Mano Negra, you could fucking get deals on shit. You could learn shit. You could learn how to fucking smuggle weed through a border. You could learn how to put coke in your left nutsack, correct? That's what happens. You listen
They're
to
gonna
the
play
church
this
of
tape
what's
at the
happening.
trial.
I don't give a fuck. What trial? This is
Any
America.
trial.
This is America. Ben Franklin. Remember? They signed the fucking paper.
Yeah.
Declaration of Independence. You can talk. We're free. All right. HuluPlus.com. Why am I gonna? You know what started 5 days ago? You know what
What?
started 7 days ago?
Tell me.
South Park for free on
Oh,
fucking
shit.
exclusively.
That
Not
means
anywhere
nowhere
else. Just on HuluPlus.com. HuluPlus.com is so much fucking more. They got current season episodes, every fucking episode. And you know what? Hulu Plus works on any streaming device. The Roku, the fucking smart TV, the Apple TV, the Xbox, the computer. I don't give a fuck. After you stab her, you can press the computer in her fucking lung and you can watch your show on her eyeballs. I don't give a fuck. That's HuluPlus.com. They got tremendous shows on
Just
there.
open the mouth for the sound.
Just open them. I don't give a fuck. Check it out. You got the Awesomes with Seth Meyers. You got fucking the originals, Quick Draw. We're not fucking around here. Go to Hulu Plus right now. $7.99 a month. Plus, here's what gets better. I'm giving you 2 weeks for free. Gratis. When was the last time you went to a corner, you went to a dealer, and you said, listen, I'm going to buy Coke from you every fucking month, but I want you to give me 2 weeks for free. Would they do that, Angel?
This is a family show?
This is a family show.
Okay, good. Okay.
Would they do that?
Someone's family.
Nobody would give you 2 weeks for free of anything, right?
No,
Nobody gives you nothing.
No. But this
Hulu Plus gives you 2 weeks for free. Go to HuluPlus.com. Why you fucking around? Why you giggling, Lee?
Lulu Plus.
Hulu.
Gratis,
Hulu. What
gratis.
fucking Lulu?
2 semanas.
Hulu. HULU Plus.com. Right now. HuluPlus.com.
/Joey.
Get /Joey and get 2 weeks for free. And when they press in the box,
Joey.
slash Joey.
Just Joey.
Press Joey. Get 2 weeks for free. It's $7.99 a month. HuluPlus.com. I also want to talk to you about this company. I love what they're doing. I love the letters I'm getting, the emails from people. Hit esig.com. You're thinking of quitting smoking? This is the way to go. You start with 24 milligrams, you cut it down to 16, then to 8. Next thing you know, you're just smoking fucking vapors. And you know what? You're going to live. Why are you going to walk around with a hole in your neck? Who's going to invite you to parties? You know what I'm saying? You ever have those people at your party that show up with a hole in their neck? They bring everybody down. It's like farting and fucking not opening up a window. You don't want those people around. You want to quit smoking. You want to be healthy. Go to hit86.com. They ain't fucking around. You understand me? On top of that, they're tremendous. They last longer. Everybody else, you got one of these fucking Hit86, one of these stores, you're done in a day. This motherfucker, 1,200 puffs.
2-second puffs. Long puffs.
1,200 fucking puffs.
Oh, that's what it is?
1,200 fucking puffs.
Oh,
I'm
saw
gonna
that
give you a
box.
cigar. I'm gonna give you a cigar, Angel. You're gonna fucking
This
love
got
it.
nicotine?
Nicotine, 8 milligrams, 16 milligrams, 24 milligrams.
And what's
I got a fucking cigar that's got 16 milligrams.
What's it do to you? What's it do? Oh, it's electric. It's not real.
No, it's electric, but right now, I could smoke and blow smoke in your fucking face in a restaurant in L.A.
Really?
Because it's vapors. This is vapors. This is hit86.com. This is the future. Why are you paying so much for these fucking fake things at stores? This, you last longer, and it tastes fucking tremendous.
It got nicotine.
It's got nicotine. Go to hit86.com.
Wow.
Press what in the box?
Joey's Church.
Joey's Church and get 20% off. Right now, today. Stop fucking around. They got the fucking nicotine ones. This is zero nicotine.
That's blueberry,
And they
right?
got, no, I don't. What am I, Puerto Rican?
I don't know. I thought
Why
they
the
had
fuck would I
blueberry.
smoke a flavor. I like
Maybe
it
like
straight.
blueberry.
No, I don't like fucking blueberry. I don't even like blueberry cereal, cocksucker. What you gotta insult me for? Anyway, I got an itchy eye here. Go to hit86.com. Get 20% off. What are they pressing the box?
Joey's Church.
So I'm going to give Angel a couple of these things. The other thing Hit86 is doing, they're going to give away free tickets to my New York City show at Gotham.
Oh, cool.
September 26th and 27th. I have details for you on Wednesday. I love you, cocksuckers. Angel, without you, I wouldn't even be in this fucking room. I love you, cocksucker.
Thank you.
for driving
Yes.
me here. That's
Yes.
my main man. That's a badass Armenian right there.
Yes.
Lee, who's better than you and the fucking Jews?
Nobody.
Nobody. Lee, thank you for showing up tonight.
Thank
I
you.
know you've been sick. Your pussy hurts.
No, but this edible, I was really scared about doing the edible sick, but this really helped.
Lee, who the fuck do you think you're dealing with?
Joey Bananas.
You think I
Apparently.
have you around because I hate you? I love you. I want you to be healthy. He was over here. Can I eat half of it? Why? In fact, I'm gonna give you the other half of this. Take you drive home.
I'm good.
You're gonna feel tremendous. in the
I'll be
morning.
Tom Segura. I'll have
Who
to
gives
Uber
a
it.
fuck? So what? You got an Uber? How much you got hidden under your mattress? 40 G's. I love you guys. Stay black. Thank you, Angel.
Thank you, man. Thanks.
Put some music on for Angel. Read the ad.
Some música.
All right. Not to me, yes. Now that the show is over, don't forget to sign up for your free trial. Thank God you're muted. The free trial of Hulu Plus. Hulu Plus lets you binge on thousands of hit shows anytime, anywhere, on your TV, PC, smartphone, or tablet. Support this podcast and get an extended free trial of Hulu Plus when you go to huluplus.com/Joey or go to joeydiaz.net and click on the Hulu Plus banner. Don't forget to sign up for dollarshaveclub.com. Get high-quality razors sent to your door every month for a fraction of what you pay at retail. Now go to dollarshaveclub.com/church or just go to joeydiaz.net and click on the Dollar Shave Club banner. The show is also sponsored by Onnit.com. Go there to get Strong Bone, Alpha Brain, New Mood, anything like that. Use code word CHURCH to get 10% off. And lastly, go to Hit E-Cigs to get the best vapor pen on the market. Use code word Joey's Church to get 20% off. Better tasting, longer lasting. And the proof is in the e-cig.
Wait,
What's going on, buddy?
Sound have that something.
Oh my god, I can't believe I got through it. I can't believe I got through it. Can you believe I got through it?
No, I fucking can't.